Dang, Eric. Oh, is this thing on? Hi, I'm Jeff. Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
Hello there. This is General Kenobi. Hey, this is David from ThatStarWarsBloke.
Hey, I'm Todd Freeman, also known as Toad.
Hey guys, Absolute for Collectibles here.
Hey, I'm Seth with Rogue Squad Garage.
Hey, it's J2SO.
Hi, I am Mark. Welcome to the Space Runners Lounge.
This is Joel Hazy at Hazy Customs.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Yo, this is Evan the Collect.
Yo, it's your man Flex, and you're watching the Spice Runners Lounge.
And you are watching the Spice Runners Lounge. And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
And you're watching Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
Join me and together we can rule the galaxy.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge, where we hang out and talk Dank Ferrick every Friday. This week in the lounge, we have Luke, ThatStarWarsBloke. You know him from Hyperdrive, you know him from TikTok.
One of the most beautiful collections I've ever seen. Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Scott. Yes. Thank you. Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me, everyone.
Heck yeah. Welcome to the show, man. So we'll go.
That's awesome. I get to watch this show because when you're recording it, it's actually my afternoon. It's one of the only live shows I get to watch. So I'm grateful for you folks staying up late.
Nice.
What time is it over there for you right now?
It's about 1 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah. In the future.
Yeah.
What's the
He's in the future. Saturday. This is true. Yeah, right?
Time traveler.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know we don't blow up, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome Luke. Welcome Jeff. Welcome Jason. Welcome Scott. Welcome Joel. We'll get started and see who's in the chat already. We got a lot of stuff going on, so let's say hi to everybody real quick. So Santino, what's up, man?
Number one. Awesome.
What's up, Duffman Dioramas?
Hey.
Let's see. We got Sean Solo. Let's do it.
Dude.
We got J2SO and
two places.
Two places.
Did I say TGIF?
Are you cussing? Are you cussing in the chat already?
Yes.
What's up, Izzy?
Izzy.
Got our buddy Mark Mahoney. What's up, Mark? We got Robin in the house, trooping with Robin.
Robin.
Hey, Robin.
We got Eric Montgomery. What's up, Eric? Got my boy Ralph. No more mutants. Darth Vader was
What's
right.
up, Ralph?
It's all Obi-Wan's fault. Obi-Wan!
No.
Make Mead. What's up, everybody? Hey, let me know if you got that figure. I don't know if it arrived today. Oh, we got Benjamin. What's up, Benjamin? Ben. He's like, on tonight's episode, the guest Luke milk a space cow.
I will try.
Live.
That's funny. We got Jeff in the house. We got Dennis. What's up, Dennis?
What's up?
We got Coy Hall. We got Sean Miller.
Uh-oh, Instigator.
Hey, Sean.
Instigator. You got Chris Elliott.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris? We got Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Dub.
Already drunk.
Yeah. Jedi Shizzle in the house.
Yep. Cool.
We got Janine Berry.
Hi. Downstairs.
We got Rolando Flores, the ultimate moderator for all the YouTube channels.
I love that picture.
Blue Sasquatch. It is live. Yes, it is.
Nice.
Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm caught up for now.
Yep.
So for those in the chat, we haven't come up with a word of the night yet. So if you can think about it, just,
we need one.
Put a hashtag in there with a word, and we'll put it up.
Yeah, the ones we were coming up with before just aren't cutting it. You'll see later. Jeff will have a surprise for you, and we'll be like, "We'll do that." No.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lots of stuff happened this week, right? We got a new episode of Bad Batch. Was pretty good.
It was awesome.
NYC started dropping some stuff, so I think Jeff will talk
Collection.
about what he got this week, and then we'll just go around the room and talk about everything else that happened. Oh look,
Lights.
Uback just joined us.
There he is. Hey, what's up? Back in his garage. That's awesome.
You like my backdrop?
Yeah.
Stacking boxes out there.
My wife pre-order.
That's pretty funny.
Not if I'm in the garage, I should go take this route and dress up the back a little bit.
That's hilarious, dude.
I need to fly over there and paint your garage door.
Yeah, hold on real quick because you're late. Look at that. Look at the boxes. Wow.
Oh, we got a hockey table, air hockey.
He's got so many reward points that came with the car.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't see that on pre-order on Sideshow. So.
It was a freebie.
Freebie car.
It's one of those last-minute deals. So far in the chat we have hashtag clones, hashtag collection, hashtag down under, hashtag lights, hashtag pre-order, hashtag Rolando, hashtag pickup.
Yeah, it's not gonna work, but yeah.
A lot of good ones.
Pickup is another one.
Pickup and collection. How about that?
I like collection.
Luke, since you are the guest, the honor of the evening, do you have a preferred word that you'd probably use quite a bit?
I was going to say clones, but I'm not sure we'll use it too much, will we? That's a good one, though. So should we do? Do you reckon pickup?
Pickup sounds
We can
good.
do pickup.
Pickups.
Yep.
We can do two. We can do pickup and clones.
It was going to be
Let's do that.
flaming.
I
It
think
was
that's
going to
pretty
be.
good.
Yeah, it was going to be flaming sword, but it just wasn't
Can't do
cutting
that
it.
too much.
No, can't do it too much.
Jeff's going to
All right.
San Francisco, so
Makes you tired.
All right, so I'm gonna put it on the board. Let's see. We said what we say?
Pickup and clones.
Pickup and
Pick
clones.
and clones. Pick up clones.
I do like how this
Pickup.
season, every episode now we have 2 to 3 words.
Yeah, why not?
I know, right? Well, it was a New Year's Eve thing where it was like, just use them all, damn it.
Just use them all.
Stepping up our
Upgrading.
game.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
it's like
so
the
the words of the night.
pickup
Pickup.
and clones.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, like, the two that I thought were never going to go anywhere, hashtag lamp and hashtag toys, I think most people, when they hear that now, shiver.
My kidneys immediately fail.
Yeah.
I'm always going up for my drink every time I hear those words.
All righty.
Or that
So-
Jawa.
Pick up and clones.
Cheers. To a good Friday.
I'm on the water. Sorry, boys.
Now
That's
I'm on
all
the
good.
bang.
All good.
I'm on the bang, so it's all good.
It's all good. So let's go over our collection update, guys. Luca, you got anything new this week you want to share?
I've been a very naughty boy at the beginning of this year.
Uh-oh.
I've been looking for an Ahsoka EFX signature, the Dave Filoni signature, for a while, and I found. You're probably all part of the Master Replica group. I put a post up a couple of months ago, and I finally found someone that sold one for a relatively okay price. So that just arrived the other day, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And I picked up a clone.
Aha, there it is. I'm lagging.
I got my friend was selling his Commander Gree, so I got the old Sideshow Commander Gree clone.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Said
Yeah.
clone again.
Talking about clones, I got like 6 of
Damn
them
it.
packed up for a go.
And I also got shipping notification for the Rogue One Emphy's Nest statue, which I'm pretty excited about.
That's a beautiful
it'll be my
piece.
first NYC statue, so yeah, I'm pretty excited to receive that. That'll be good.
That's a beautiful
Congrats,
one.
man. That is awesome. Yeah, that
Yeah, that's-
Memphis Nest looks amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some good pickups, man.
Yeah, but yeah,
Luke,
a bit of a naughty start to the year.
Luke, when is the Emphy's Nest supposed to arrive?
We're pretty quick getting stuff from China over this side of the world, so it should be here maybe next week or towards the end of next week. Usually about 10 days-ish. Yeah, via the non-quick option. So the quick option's like 3 to 4 days to us, and then between 10 and 15 days. But I think think it should be around end of next week. Yeah.
So unlike you, Jeff, when you were doing they're going to walk it from Asia to your house, it takes 174 days. They can do that with Luke, and it just takes 10 days to walk it to his house. So that's pretty cool.
I'll go pick it up for you, Jeff.
Yeah, mine and Luke's are on the same rowboat. They get them Luke's. They're like, all right, see you later.
Yep. I just fork off.
Yeah. Like,
did you just say fork off?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Language.
Do you think the boat crew, in order to make you feel like a normal delivery, they bash it once a day, the box or something?
Yeah, kick it.
Take a hammer to it, yeah.
Where the hell's New Hampshire?
Yeah, we don't even know where that is.
Get a rope.
That's funny.
Is that in the U.S.? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
very cool.
So I don't know if you guys remember. I had ordered the Batman 1/1 bus cowl, whatever it was from the New Novo. So I told them to cancel it, and they sent me 2 Royal Guard helmets instead.
What?
What?
Well, I asked for it as a trade. I'm like, can I just get 2 Royal Guard helmets instead of that ugly Batman cowl?
Yeah, that cow sucked, dude.
So I haven't opened it up yet. I was waiting for the show.
Wow.
Whoa,
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow, dude.
Dude, that would have been hilarious if they sent you 2 Batman cows.
So, yeah, I got 2 of them.
Dude, that's awesome.
Are they going to flank Vader?
Dude.
Wow.
That's
where are you going to put them, Evan?
I'm going to put them up. Let's see if I can reach my camera. So up there between that picture.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have like a little tribute up there.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
But this thing is beautiful, man. The color on it, damn, badass.
Put it
Black on the inside.
It's got some good paint on it.
Nice soft material.
Put it on.
I don't know.
Yeah, put it on.
Man.
Let's see.
Watch
I'm gonna
everyone
laugh,
get
you can't
stuck
get
in
it
it
back
all
off.
night.
Yeah, you can't get it back off. Oh, no.
Won't
That's
fit.
right, work.
My head is too big.
Big. That's cool, man. They look good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I like this comment.
Large rig.
Not sure if you guys ever bought helmets from them, but they come with these little bags.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That bag is cool just by itself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me want to go buy one. No.
You
Exactly.
can double as a half cape if you tie it around your neck.
What else did I get?
I got a cape.
Oh, I got a Regal Robot restraining bolt magnet. But it's
Yes,
funny,
I
I
did
ordered
too.
this a while back when I ordered the C-3PO.
Oh,
I need to get one of those.
Oh,
But
nice.
this one's actually pretty cool, man. This is Regal Robot. They try to make it as accurate as possible.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good
that's
job.
cool.
Not bad for like $30. So yeah, light week for me. I got a lot of stuff to ship out though. I got some clones I got to ship out for Joe.
Hey.
I did a drug deal with Joe so he can print me a Tauntaun head. So that's coming next couple months.
So that's just a reminder to you parents. Teach your kids how to collect. That way they'll have no money for drugs.
That's right. Deterrent.
That's very true.
All the new Lenovo ones come with these like nice little pictures too. You can like
that's cool.
Nice.
display.
That
as
would
well.
look good framed. I mean, geez.
Yeah. So
They're not limited, right, Evan?
They're not limited. I don't think so.
Yo.
They don't put edition sizes on their website. Yeah, I think that's it.
You think? Well, if you remember something else, let us know.
Wait, so did you?
Been working like
The
crazy
Batman
all week.
cowl. The Batman cowl just took a long time and it was crap, or
No, it was ugly, dude.
Dude,
It was
did you
very
receive
cool.
it though? You didn't
This
receive
is-
it.
This is probably what it looked like.
Yeah, I saw it at San Diego Comic-Con, and it wasn't good.
Just had it was like misshapen and didn't have definition around it. And I mean, the
The
original
emblem
one,
was thicker.
yeah, the original one is nothing spectacular, but
Of course not. Yeah.
It
So
did
price
not
wise, you were able to get 2 of those Royal Guard helmets?
Well, it was $1,200 for the cowl.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because that cowl is more like
Yeah.
a collector's item. It's not a
Yeah,
wearable,
it was-
right?
Hmm.
So that's why I got 2 of those, and they honored the Black Friday. So because that's when I tried
Hey,
it, and
Matt.
I did this trade with
What's up,
them.
Matt?
So Black Friday was November, was it January? So almost 2 months to get them after I made the order.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to them just as far as their customer service and everything. Compared
Oh, that's
to
great, dude.
Lenovo's, it's night and day.
Way better than Lenovo's, man. Way better. You know, you email them, they respond to you right away, which is cool. It's something you're not used to.
Well, it's like they clearly knew what the challenges were and what people's feedback was, and they responded to it like immediately.
They had to if they were going to move forward. Otherwise, they would have had to kill anything ties to it and start something new, because there was such a bad rap with the name. To do what they did, it started to gain people confidence again, and obviously have been buying and been getting the product. So it worked.
I mean, it was a risk even to have a name that was so close to it.
Oh, the name was very bizarre. That was a very strange decision.
It's like you're not drafting off the brand equity and goodwill of the former.
Should just change it all together.
I can't say the name unless I say the new Anovos. That's the only way I can remember it. Just to say it, I can't do it. Yeah.
Right. No, and another thing I did get now to remember. So last week, I had a director chair from Regal Robot. I had some issues. I've had it for a little bit, and I reached out to Tom, and like right away they sent me a new one. Man, talk about customer service on that, dude.
Nice.
Like,
yeah, those folks are really great.
Awesome. Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah. So thanks, Tom and Katie. Man, they were awesome. They within days it was in my house.
That's cool.
And I used that one for work too. So
Hey, Marcel.
I only had to stand for like 3 days, I think.
Oh no!
Tom's cool. You know, if he talks to everybody, he's a really good dude in the community. So I appreciate what he did.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I got. Jeff, what's up with you, man? I know you had a big week already.
Big week. Yeah, it's a busy week. I can't pull them all in front of the camera, but I got the NYC Plo Koon in yesterday.
What?
So good.
So so he's great. Yeah, he's great. I took a boatload of pictures of him because I mean he's just amazing. The way that they did the cape on it too is really nice and like light and flowy, so you can actually like pose it and do all kinds of things. This is my first statue that has a lightsaber light up function.
Oh, nice.
Which the thing is, it's incredible. It's like blinding.
Wow.
So I got to try and figure that out as far as like where I'm going to put him. He's up front in another Besta right now because that's where everything goes until I figure out where I'm going to put him. So he's up there. And then like a couple hours ago, I got the actual like Vader Mythos. So
good.
Yeah. So I pulled the heads off of him. So these are the heads.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh wow!
Are you gonna go with that one, Jeff? That's the one everybody seems to favor.
Yeah, I think I am, but it's tough because this one
Unmasked
is really good too. Look at
Oh yeah, that's insane.
Oh, dude, what a killer pickup!
That's amazing. Yeah.
Hey. Nice.
Yeah, hey.
Oh,
I think that
found
one's
your
got a little
pictures.
bit of an edge over the original Unmasked Mythos.
Yeah, I mean it's great.
I saw someone had merged the two. Someone had put the new head on the old body.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Did it look good?
Even this
they were compatible. I was surprised.
This one's not bad either. I mean, I'm not going to display it with it, but it has damage on it, all the way around.
It's not a bad.
Not just a regular.
Oh, it's just not clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let me share the Plo Koon stuff. Let me know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that face is cool.
So good.
It's cool.
Yeah, so about that.
I'm so glad someone did a Plo Koon finally too. He's such like a cool looking character that he needs to have more merchandise.
Damn,
It's
so
only
only
80.
made. Damn.
Damn, dude, you got 78 out of
Just
80.
missed it.
Ooh.
Yeah, almost.
You were at 4 minutes and 55 seconds.
The only thing that's again, it's very nitpicky, but like his breather pieces that are up here by his whatever you want to call those things that come down off the sides.
Yeah.
They don't entirely match up with the breather piece. Like it's a tiny bit off on the sides where those pieces are. And I think from what I've seen of other people, that's kind of their general comment too, but nobody's going to see that. That's just geeky.
Man, I love that Clone Wars armor.
Yeah.
It's
Well, even
weathered a little bit.
Hiya.
What is on the hand guard? Is that the wolf insignia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfpack logo.
That's awesome.
He's painted really good.
Yeah, he looks really good.
Looks great.
Yeah, he's a good piece.
Even in his pink dress. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he has a plug, so you can like plug him in, not have to do batteries and all that stupid.
Oh, nice.
That's the way to do it. I don't know why anything goes batteries anymore. I don't mind the option, like if you don't have anything near it and you don't want all these cables going through, but a lot of the statues and for the money that you pay, they should be plugged in.
Okay.
I do wish he would include, again, nitpicky stuff, right? I do wish he would include an on-off. Right, button on the back of the base, so you can just flick it on and off.
George has brought that up too, is that he wished it had a thing.
So that's that, and then the last thing I got this week, there's the Vader,
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
It's a beautiful
Do
piece.
they both fit in the best as Jeff? Does the Vader fit at an angle?
No, not a chance. No.
Oh, look at that!
But I did put him up with the Vader bust, which looks really good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I think
Big Vader, little Vader.
Oh, there it is right there. Yeah.
And you displayed it with the correct lightsaber, as we say.
Yeah. Not the flaming one.
Not the flaming saber.
Yeah, I like how this one you can tell the young face and the old face.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other one, they both look identical. The one I have.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up. I mean,
so
partly
good.
when we would watch movies when we were younger, they would try to claim that, so-and-so and so-and-so are supposed to be 16 years old when in reality they're 25. So we got a little jaded with people being old and things. But if you think about it, how old was Anakin when he got chopped up and turned into Vader? He's got to be
22.
Yeah, I mean, young, So
Yeah,
A New Hope would be 20, so he'd be like 40. Late 30s or 40 in A New Hope, 40-something.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Hard living.
These are the other pickups.
I'll catch you. Hold on.
That's so awesome.
I love
this
that.
Nice. This one's going to Joel. This is one of Joel's. So sending it over there. And then here's the band.
Wow.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So that one's there. And then the last one is for the world famous probe droid.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
So good. And these were through Imperial Walker ink?
Yeah, Imperial Walker ink.
Hector?
Yeah, with Hector. Amazing. His packaging, we were talking about it earlier, like even his packaging, he lines up the painter's tape. It's like
he's a legend.
He's so good. So we got those, and then I've been playing around with lights this week, so this is my front now.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, your
So
TV's
good.
a little crooked. It's a little off center.
That
I just messed with you.
was an
About 6
inside
holes
joke
behind
from a
that thing.
couple days ago.
Yeah. So anyway, I originally went with Go V because I was going to do the camera thing, and then I've been talking to Eben too, and now there's all Hue stuff behind there. So hopefully later this weekend, I'll be able to match up the lights with like movies and stuff, which would be cool.
Yeah, that shirt. It's getting me in trouble, and I don't even have one. Can you show us your shirt?
Yeah, it's my shirt.
Oh, that's so
0
good.
days since my last pre-order.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And what does it say in Airbrush in the bottom? Single?
Yeah, probably. That's probably
I
what
live
it
in the
says.
basement.
Or divorced? Yeah, what are the two?
Or you're in
I live in my
trouble.
mom's
Yeah.
basement.
Yep. This is the flaming sword.
Oh, yeah. Flaming sword. Here it comes. There it goes. There it
Put
is.
that in Droopy McCool's hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's well done. It's just conceptually it doesn't work.
No.
Yeah, it is. I
don't even know what figure that would go with. Lionel?
Hellboy.
Lionel.
Hellboy. There you go. Hellboy.
So, like the hollows, like the little hollows that they give you for the 1.6, I'll go back in the box pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Anyways, that's my pickups. That's what I got. Pretty good week.
Nice.
Good week.
Oh, Scott heard that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ralph says you have a big ass room.
It is big, yeah. It's filling up very fast, though.
And you got more coming?
More coming.
You didn't mention your other pickups of the week, Jeff.
Oh.
Which other ones?
K2SO's arms on the floor that you had to pick up.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous.
There's another.
Yeah.
I didn't have the drill machine set up.
No, that one's bad. Yeah, that's the wrong pickup. That's the wrong kind of pickup stuff. Yeah, I had an arm fall off of K2 this week and like all over the ground.
Did it shatter?
Savage.
No, he didn't use enough glue on the shoulder piece, so it popped. Basically, shoulder popped and dropped to the ground. So
yeah,
it's
Did it
like
break?
there's a bunch of I mean, there's. Well, the good part is parts of it broke in the right places, so it can be glued. It's just going to take me a while. I just don't have time right now. So,
E6000, man, E6000.
I know. Qui-Gon Jinn ships. It's the only reason, Luke. This is the only reason I don't have Impy's Nest because Jen is shipping also, like at the end of this month.
Wow.
So, right. So if I had done Impy's Nest, Plo Koon, Impy's Nest, and Qui-Gon Jinn would have shipped same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to be careful with your NYC orders to make sure they don't stack. So, anyways.
It seems like with anything, yeah. I mean, I got caught with that last year in January, where all of a sudden all the hot toys that were planned to go out a certain time all landed in January.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
Yeah, the Hot Toys pre-order management is a skill in itself.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, so yeah.
Awesome.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
Jeff. Thank you.
Good job, Jeff.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
week.
J2SO, what's new with you, man? What's your latest pickup?
JS20. Sorry, I hear it all the time.
I gave Christina another $100-some toward my Tauntaun head and pets. So I think I have one
nice.
Those. Get those sent out soon, hopefully. I keep seeing everyone getting theirs. I'm like, damn it! I just want to pay them off. But we had to take my dog to the vet this week, so $140 for another ear checkup. So that was cool.
Yeah, always, right?
So yeah, that was my big pickup. That was fun. And then I got that what the hell am I saying? I'm not gonna lie, I've been like drinking since dinner time. So we got that thing from Jeff, the sketch that Jeff helped me acquire.
Oh yeah.
Are you
If
able
I find
to
it, I'll pull it back up.
Okay. Yeah, he was able to find a sketch from an artist in the UK, I believe, of a Bad Batch original with D. Bradley's autograph on it. So that'll be
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, that'll be sweet.
Wow.
So I'm gonna display that probably with a little Clone Wars area over here somewhere.
I got it.
That
I can pull it
Grievous
up.
up there.
I know. You were on it, dude.
That Grievous up there is pretty commanding in that top shelf.
Yep.
Right, with that base, just destroying clones.
Oh, not the base, but it's big. It covers everything.
Yeah, he fits great in the detail. If you can get him posed, and
I'm almost done with my drink.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Here's
You just need to spend 2 days posing him.
Oh my god, yeah. No, his arms, he's like.
What does your shirt say, Jason?
Bad Batch Clone Force.
Thank you.
Here's your pick, Jay.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's a great
Who's the artist?
I gotta look him back up again. He's part of a bunch of the autograph groups, but he's an artist that just draws some and does some sketch work and stuff. But I'll get you all the detail and stuff too. But
that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, what Falcon is that, Jason?
It is the 2014 Hasbro Rebel one, I guess.
Legacy one, right?
No, it's not the Legacy. It's I have the same one. You can't put figures in it, and I've basically have taken the part. Yeah, I've taken it apart. I've put new panels on it. I've ordered Shapeways parts for it.
Yeah,
the whole
it's
thing.
just like hollow plastic, right? But it's huge, dude. I got a Marketplace for however much, $30. I think some guy had it from Marketplace.
Yeah, you can find them now anywhere between $30 to $100 and something by themselves. But I got to send you the radar dish, and I have a story with mine that the parts that go in the back engines, those little grills, I had ordered that and the radar from Shapeways like a year ago, and I just haven't gotten to it. I opened the box, and I only have 5 of those engine grills instead of 6.
Oh, no.
And it's something that you have to report within 10 days of receiving the thing. Lesson learned. There goes another $60. Yeah.
Well, if it's something I can help you out with.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, but it's like these ones. I have 2 different sets. I'll send you the other sets, Jason, if you want to use them. These ones I just thought were just like perfect, and I'm like, where's the 6th one? I'm looking all over the place in case it fell out, and I'm like, damn it. Yeah.
Does Angela? So. No, not mine doesn't. Mine's just hollow plastic. That thing weighs like 2 pounds.
Yeah, I put I epoxy the piece in so I can put it on the stand. I cut the back out so I can figure out how to get the lighting in there that I want. So yeah, it's a full overhaul with what I'm doing.
Yeah. This R4 dome I have down here, I've had this since Chris. What was it? 2018 or something. We were making these.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, me and Chris were making these back at our old job for like a side job, right? And so I repainted it. So I have a body coming from Jeff's at some point. So I'm gonna do like imperial colors, make like a gray with light gray on there.
You need to cut the top off and put that frog inside.
I want to get that little guy from Clone Wars on there.
Yeah,
Naboo would be cool. Damn it.
Well, I think I'm gonna ship him up. I'm gonna ship him down that other R2 body that I had from that UK guy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he'll be able to repair some of the fiberglass on that R2 body.
Yeah.
And he can match it up. So
that'd be very cool.
I was gonna make a grill out of it, but the fiberglass is not gonna hold.
No.
Trash can, it would have been great.
A trash can, yeah.
Trash can, yeah.
Not that.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Cool. Thanks, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, what did Mrs. Barry get this week?
she's been working on her weathering. If you haven't seen any of that stuff, she's been having a blast doing that, and it brings me joy when I go down there real quick for something. She's like, "Okay, check it out." So I'm only this far into it, and I'm doing this. And you're like, it looks amazing. So that was really good. But as far as pickups or things that have shown up, this was, God, I don't know if it was the beginning of December or November. Sith Cast PJ was doing a contest, giving away something, and it was like a Mandalorian statue or Kotobukiya or something like that.
Death Trooper or something.
Yeah, it was something, and I think it was a Mandalorian, and I won it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally have flex vibes going on. I got some flex magic, you know. So I got the magic and I won, and it was really cool. And I don't know, it was like a few days later, a week later, PJ's like, hey, I'm going to send that thing out soon. I'm like, oh yeah, no rush, dude. That's fantastic. Thanks again, you know. And it got a couple days before Christmas, and I hit him up. I'm like, do you have any tracking information on that? Because I haven't seen it. And he's like, no, I sent it out at this time. It should have been there. Blah. He tries to do a search on it, couldn't find anything. Oh, no. So I figured it was gone, and it is what it is, right? You know, no skin off my nose. So PJ feels bad about the whole thing because he did call them and tried to find where it was, and he goes, you know what, dude, I'm going to send you something else because I feel horrible about this. So he went ahead and sent something else. Let's see if I can get it without breaking it.
Frankie.
Hey, Frankie.
So this guy showed up, which is the Dark Trooper from Iron City. It's a beautiful piece. So I have to hats off, hands down, whatever to PJ for couldn't find the other one but sent this one. And it's like, thank you,
ends up getting that back.
Thank you so much, you know.
Oh yeah, PJ. So is that a 1/10 scale?
Yeah, 1/10. It's awesome. It's an awesome piece.
They have a lot of good details on those, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great piece. And then other than that, I've been working on the Falcon when I can, putting those parts in it and trying to get it ready so I can start to glue what I need to glue and start to paint it, because that's where I'm getting excited. But it's a lot of freaking work, man, to take the one that Jason has in the background and try to make it more model-like, if you will, you know. So.
Oh yeah, man.
But yeah,
it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Falcon close to studio scale, or is it studio scale?
It's 29 inches, so not 32 like the studio scale or the DiAgostini, but it's 29. The difference is that thing is like Jason said, he got it for $30. I think I paid $70 for mine, and of course I've put a couple $100 now into all these Shapeway parts, but it's a lot less money than a DiAgostini. But at the time I had done this, I was putting everything and banking on that, and my wife had surprised me last Christmas with getting me the Bandai Perfect Grade.
Oh yeah, I love it, dude. I wish I had that one.
And that one's 19 inches. So this one's still 10 inches longer. But I've been having fun. You know, it's like. So this is just the top panel. To cut all these things out and put them on with like a sign styrene. So got to cut all those out, notch them out, put them in, glue them on. You can only use certain kind of glue with the poly plastic. Get all those on, cut certain parts out, get all the shapeways parts to give the detail, because that model doesn't come with anything. It comes with just stickers on the sides. And put all those in, redo the radar dish, do the engine vents, because again, those were just stickers. So it's a lot of freaking work, but it's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
Are you building the Bandai as well, Scott?
I haven't touched it yet. And the reason why I went after this one first is because I want to learn how to paint like, these other guys, Chris Benoit and John Simmons. And I've been learning from those guys with their little videos and some other people. And I didn't want to F up the freaking Bandai one. So I figure I'll go after this. I'll get this done. I'll get this painted. Whatever I learned from this, I'll translate over to that one. But it's also bigger. Like I said, it's 29 inches bigger.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Scott, look at that. Look what Marcel said.
Thank you. Instigator number 2.
Thanks, Marcel.
And speaking of which, Frankie has that same Falcon too, or Falcon. Han. Yeah.
I just got the original Falcon, and I bleached mine a couple years ago. It still looks white. I did the peroxide with the UV light.
Yeah. That
your original one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It still looks white. It hasn't gone yellow again. It's been like 3 years.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, mine's yellow, but the canopy for the cockpit's bright white. It's like a different plastic they used or something.
Yeah, they use a different one for the canopy. Mine is the same way too.
Janine, from my birthday last year, she restored my original Falcon. Yeah, she did all that, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, that's right. She was in the groups.
All the parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was one of the coolest things ever. That's one thing I'm lucky with, is that my wife's into collecting, and my wife is into Star Wars, and my wife is into that. So
yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice. Good pickup, Scott.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Here's another one pickup.
To Joel. Let's see with you, Joel, man.
So, thanks to Jeff, he hooked me up with the Mad Dreams and Monsters book.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Signed.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love that book. I couldn't thank Hector enough for getting that to me safely. Just awesome book. Thank you, both of you, dude. Dudes are awesome. And so when I was looking at the book, I had to go and make this badass thing.
That's so good.
That is awesome.
I was showing the guys it's all posable.
I can't get over how quick you build and paint things, Joel.
How long did that take you, Joel?
He's not human.
As long as the new Jurassic Park movie took.
You said 2.5 hours,
okay.
right?
No, I'll explain. I'll explain Joel's process. You're like, hey, Joel, I'm thinking about it. Hey, no problem. It's already on the printer. I got a 6-hour print. It'll be done in about 6 hours. And you're like, oh my gosh, wow. And then at the end of that 6 hours, you next hear he goes, hey, I was in your house. I left it on the nightstand. You were sleeping, so I didn't want to disturb you.
And then for Nilda,
dude.
Oh, so good.
What is that? That's Grievous and what? A shock trooper?
Shit, dude.
That is
That pose,
Wow.
that pose for Grievous is amazing, Joel. I don't know how you did that.
And you got the burned eye.
Yeah, well, I drilled a hole right through that Hot Toys.
Nice.
Put that saber, it comes out the back.
Dude, that's dope.
Did you glue
that? How are you going to hit that?
Well, so this is for Nilda, and the Grievous is mine. I'm keeping the Grievous. So challenge to her to be able to pose the Grievous like that, but
yeah.
Did you glue him?
That's a challenge to everybody.
I didn't do nothing with him. I just put him on the stand. And...
How in the hell did you get him to?
You've got mad skills. That's insane. I couldn't.
Hey, so were those clones on the base?
Yeah, there's commandos. And...
Hey, Joel, on Sithcast this week, you could see the TIE Fighter base of Nilda's.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Medium is on. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really great,
nice.
Joel.
And then I've been making little speeders.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Adam Savage over here.
Dude, better.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
I don't know
Wow.
if I can.
Dude, with the little figure, that's so
you got
cool.
Luke and Dak or?
Oh, those are cool, Joe.
Yeah, so that's not the Luke and Dak. The Luke and Dak is right here.
All smashed.
Yeah, baby.
Oh shit! He's dead.
So, do you want to explain what these are for and what the scale they're for?
They're for I don't know what the scale is. It's that game, the action for this bad boy.
Probably like 1/12, maybe.
Yeah, and that's gonna look cool.
Yeah,
it's about half the scale of the studio one that I don't know who the company is. It's coming out with it. Is it NYC?
Yeah.
NYC, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what else have I. Oh, I just finished this bad boy today. This is number 2. I don't know if I can pick this bad boy up.
Instigator. Holy crap, dude!
Jeez! Wow.
That's number 2. Number 3 is going to Eben.
Dude, that's wild.
Wow.
Amazing,
You start to see
dude.
the size. Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
wow.
The back is just there to hang. So you asked about how it hangs. I put a little strap back there for it to hang. And then this is all the strap stuff for the.
So it's a strap-on tauntaun. Is what you're saying.
I did do some upgrades to it. I did some different things that I learned.
It's huge.
Dude.
I know, right?
So Evan, did he charge just 1 kidney for that, or?
A kidney and a half.
Yeah.
Like I said, I did a drug deal with him.
It's a considerable good deal compared to what's out there. So let's just.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
By far.
Spinas are like 15 grand.
No.
See the Vader, Joel. What's the Vader doing? Yeah, the little Vader, the back of the tank.
And
I showed that one before.
Yeah, but you put him in the tank. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Salidas on it.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
So Frankie's talking about the tauntaun. Please tell me that's
You have to put it on, Frankie. You have to put it on.
Or it's fake.
Yeah. Walk around with it. Those are cool, Joel.
Yeah.
So then I also have, I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. We have, 780 and following?
Yeah, dude.
When we hit 800.
Things like blew up quick in the last 2 weeks.
You get a choice of 1 of 2 for a drawing.
Oh, shit. That's cool, dude.
There's that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
And, or your choice.
So
when we hit 800. I gotta put his.
Oh, whoa!
Nice.
Oh,
so good.
That's so funny, man.
I
That's
love
badass.
the hat. I love the boots.
It's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The leggings. Yeah.
One of those could be yours if we hit 800 on that. When we hit 800, we will.
Yeah,
we will.
I think that's it.
I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, man.
Where's the batteries not included? Okay.
Well,
the German one.
I'm still working on him. You guys were talking about batteries, and I was putting batteries in it.
He's like, it's classified. There he goes. AV man, put him up.
I'll get him. Boom. There he is.
That thing is sweet, dude.
Yeah, so it's not quite done yet, but it'll be soon.
It's one of those pieces that you feel like you could just go, okay, go. You just throw them up in the air and you should float away.
That's what UPS does to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you could do the 2 flying and then the 2 standing.
Did you ever see that sketch that they did of like UPS and FedEx and USPS and it was like,
good.
Like one of them was thrown and then they jump on it and the other one is carefully put down and then they'd sweep your porch real quick and put it back. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Amazon's like cooking you dinner and they're like straightening up the house. Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing with Amazon. It's like you order it. They're like, UPS is like, we don't know where it is. FedEx is, we think it's in the bushes. And then Amazon's like, we're in your apartment. Where would you like us to leave it?
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Cool. Poor
Thanks,
Jason
Joel.
has to go after Joel.
Oh, come on.
But look at the stack.
He's trying to be like Nicholas.
Well, I had envisioned I was going to be able to block the car, but that was foolish.
Funny, dude. So what's your pickup of the week, man?
So I got, this is what Joel was just showing.
Nice.
Dude, that looks great.
I didn't have
got
the
it in.
boat get the NYC, but I was I was really confused when I opened the package because one of the gun turrets was broken. So I'm rifling around in the box trying to find it because I'm like, I can glue that back on. Super
That in
easy.
the description was broken, I thought.
And it's missing.
Oh no!
Oh, it's missing.
I'll hook you up.
So Joel is going to print me out one. He's got the dimensions.
I
so-
printed some smaller ones, but they're too skinny, so I'm going to reprint some wider ones, try to match the barrel of the other one.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
It's a nice size, dude.
Matt, are you talking about you wish you had that kind of room so you could put a car in your collection room? Or?
This is the future collection room. Yeah. But so I think it was last week or the week before I showed the 4D TIE Fighter and TIE Advance that I got. And I haven't put those together yet. But I got this kind of fun idea that when I get a new display cabinet, I want to put those on the top and do kind of the trench run, kind of like George did with the NYC pieces. But obviously it'll be the 4D puzzle pieces. But they're pretty big. Like I couldn't believe when I opened that thing up. Like they're pretty sizable. And then I thought what I'd do is below that, put the 1/10. So just kind of
nice.
not to scale, but
Right.
do like the TIE Fighter pilot below that,
Nice.
and then above this guy, I would do the AT-AT driver. So I picked all this up.
Oh,
man.
nice, dude.
I like
Yeah.
that one.
We've been looking at that one. Yep.
Yeah, I want that guy too, Jason.
Kind of this guy will be on the bottom, this guy will be on top, and then Joel's gonna hook me up with some of the snow speeders to pair with this guy.
Oh, yeah. I got them all done and printed. I just got to
Look at
paint them
Sean
for you.
Solo's comment.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, Jason, isn't it cool when you have a vision? Like you just you got this vision. You're like, okay, I'm going to go after this and this and this. That has got to be one of the most exciting parts of this, or getting that. You know.
Yeah, well, and it all started with seeing the NYC piece, and I already have the ATST on order, so that'll go next to that. Not in scale, the different scales, but
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just trying to think about what would be kind of cool to build, a couple different things together and pair them. So instead of the one giant NYC AT-AT, have 4 different things kind of in the mix, and it'll be fun. But yeah, you're right. I was going to mock it up in Photoshop just to kind of see what it would look like, but I haven't had a chance this week. So
What's the name of that company who made that AT-AT again?
This is Wizards of the West Coast, or
Wizards of the West Coast.
Yeah. So we had showed it last Friday, Ralph, where they had got it and stuff. But yeah, if you search Wizards of the West
But
Coast.
Scott and Joel have been helping me out with paint to use on this because I do want to weather it up and make it a project. So I'm excited. It's just
I'd love to come work with you, man.
Yeah, no, I would too. But
And I'd paint your garage door too.
I don't have. You talking about the Artifacts Plus, Frankie, the smaller ones, the 1/10, because the Artifacts is the 1/7 and 1/6 line.
Yeah, we have the Han and Chewie. They're actually pretty big, believe it or
Yeah,
not.
they're good. I've got the Artifacts, so the 1/6 scale Chewie, and I got that paired with the Gentle Giant 1/6 Polystone statue.
Oh man, you need to watch Jason's collection tour.
Yeah,
it's actually in the house.
It's really good. That video came out fantastic, guys.
Yeah, you guys
really did.
Get out, nerd.
Right.
Go away, nerd.
That's awesome.
Oh, there, yep, that's it. Do back.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Gift from my son for my birthday.
That's cool.
That's very cool.
Really cool.
So you'll keep them for a little bit longer?
Yeah, I'll hang on to them.
All right, that's good. Collecting
That's it.
kids. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
a lot of pickups this week.
Yeah.
It's fun.
There it is.
Good start to the year.
Hell yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, Jeff, I think you pushed me over the line on that Vader with those photos. That thing is just nuts.
It's awesome.
I got to.
That's the part that I love about this and I hate about this is that you'll see something and you're like, I want it. And then you go, I don't have any money. It's not going to happen.
But you talk about vision, so I've got the Mythos Obi-Wan. I was thinking if I move the Ahsoka and Rex and put that Mythos Vader next to it.
There you go.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, and you were talking about the 4D pieces. The Star Destroyer is like 30 inches long. It's freaking
It's
awesome.
huge, man. I think it's
Awesome.
nuts.
It's fantastic. Well, cool.
Cool. Yeah, man.
Next. Instigator number 2 tonight.
No.
Pick up those drinks. There you go, Frankie.
Those drinks.
I thought you said it was dry January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for him.
I want to hear about Luke's legendary C-3PO in the background.
Yeah. So let's transition the show to the interview time with Luke.
Yeah, real quick.
Man of the house.
I started following you a few months ago, maybe 5 months ago now. The reason my walls are black was I saw your blacked out collection, and I'm like, I'm doing it. So my walls are black.
That's dope.
So thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure. That's great. Yeah, I like darker spaces. I think they're nice.
I got him. There we go.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, scum and villainy across the outer rim, present to you Luke, Star Wars Bloke. If you don't know him, he's a TikToker, Instagrammer. He's on social media. He's one of the admins or mods on Hyperdrive.
Yeah, one of the mods. Yeah.
One of the mods. Yeah. So you'll see him in the Hyperdrive. He'll do the streams there with George. So welcome to the show, Luke. Appreciate you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, and again, absolutely beautiful collection and the way that you light it. I mean, go through whatever details you want. We're here all day.
Yeah, so Luke did send me some pictures, and I'm share them shortly. But like we ask everybody who joins us on the show, as our guest, what got you into Star Wars, Luke?
That's a good question. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I really love watching you folks talk and run through things and seeing what you collect. It's really lovely. Yeah. So I started my Star Wars journey with my dad I was born in the late 80s. My dad was a big Star Wars fan. So the Return of the Jedi in the early 90s was kind of like my first, in the early 90s when I watched it for the first time was my first Star Wars experience, which was pretty special to watch that. And I think we had Return of the Jedi on repeat pretty regularly in the house. And I used to have the first kind of Star Wars toy that I had as a kid was the Power of the Force speeder bike that used to explode. I don't know if you folks had that or knew of it.
I did.
So I used to play with that a lot, had that speeder bike and various things, and that kind of got me into the IP. And then the prequels came out when I was a teenager in late 90s, early 2000s, and that was my first cinema experience. Again, with my dad and my brother Mike, going there to see The Phantom Menace was pretty special. So the prequels have got a big place in my heart. I'm a big fan of those movies, and everything that kind of came with that. And Darth Maul as a villain, I think, was pretty incredible. And then I work in the creative industries as a job. So when the animated Clone Wars came out, I was pretty interested in that show. I really struggled with the first season of Clone Wars. Actually, Ahsoka, who's now one of my favorite characters, she was not overly easy to watch in that season 1, but that character arc was pretty amazing. Kind of seeing her develop and getting to kind of see the expansion of the prequels through the Clone Wars, the animated series, and see all the different elements and world building that Filoni did was pretty amazing. I think it's still, at least for me, some of the best Star Wars content made.
Agreed.
And then a big Rebels fan. I struggled with Rebels when it first came out. It was quite jarring, the animation style compared to the Clone Wars in that first season. Yeah! And I much preferred,
Good call.
much preferred the Clone Wars style of animation. But I think the character development, and I think there was a big financial shift from what I understand between the cost of a Clone Wars episode to a Rebels episode. I think it was 1/10 of the price or something, or the time that it took to build a Rebels episode, basically. But the character development in Rebels I thought was really wonderful. So, Sabine Wren, Ezra, Hera Syndulla, everyone kind of part of that crew, Zeb and and Chopper. It was pretty epic content.
It was new characters that we accepted pretty quickly.
Yeah,
that's how I felt. You know,
I guess it's also great to have a guest my age who had Power of the Force, those muscular figures. And
the terrible figures.
The Clone Wars. So this is great.
Finally, Jason. Finally, somebody's on.
We're the younglings, are we?
Yeah, right.
Well, it's like you said, late '80s. You were born. 88, 87?
88, yeah, 88.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Age doesn't matter.
Luke, I could be your father.
Oh!
I'm saying.
Love it. Thanks, Scott. You got the job.
Welcome.
And I collected as a kid. I played Warhammer. I don't know if you folks know Warhammer is like a tabletop war game. So I was I grew up in the UK in the north of England, and I moved to Australia later in life. But in the north of England, Warhammer managed to get their game into the school curriculum, teaching statistics and maths, which you'd never get away with now, right? Because we used to go home and just be like, basically it's like plastic crack. Like, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? So I've always modeled and painted. And I started playing when the X-Wing game came out in, I think it was maybe 2013, 2014. Played that quite heavily in a competitive way. It's kind of like just different eras of my life, different decades have been various connections with Star Wars, but it's always been there.
I collect those little ships. The little ships from the game. I could care less about the game. I just collect the little ships because they're done really well. They're painted great.
The game is so fun, though, Scott.
The ships are great. Yeah, and the game mechanics are really, really good. I enjoy that. But yeah, the ships are done really well for the price point and the size. So that was me. And then my collection. I run a business with my wife called Head Jam. We're a creative agency, so designers, developers. My background's photographic and film. And a client found out that I was a Star Wars fan about maybe 10 years ago and started hand delivering these old Star Wars toys they had in their attic from their kids at each meeting. And then at the end of the project, we worked with him. He brought in, speaking of Hasbro Falcons, the Hasbro Legacy Falcon, this complete Legacy Falcon that had barely been touched. His kids had played with it once. Wow. So from there, that kind of kickstarted the bug. And I have obviously an addictive personality, like I'm sure most of us do, and like OCD, and it's kind of channeled into collecting.
No way. No, that's just you, Luke. Sorry,
just me. So it was through gifts, and then slowly kind of I had a few Black Series figures, and I went into a comic shop, and I was asking about Black Series figures, and they were locally, and they were a little bit rude. They were like, "Oh, they're toys. You should go to Toys R Us. We don't have that stuff here." I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I at the time, I was like, it's the bee's knees of Star Wars toys. I'm like, what else is there? And they introduced me to Hot Toys, which was a very fateful day.
I know. As soon as you see that, it's like I was following Hot Toys for years, but I'm like, I didn't know what to do with them at the time. And then we hit the pandemic, and I'm like, screw it, I'm buying one. And it's like the detail. Compared from the Black Series to Hot Toy, night and day.
Yeah, the scale.
Totally, the scale's next level. So and then during the pandemic, like most of you folks, I guess, like I put a lot of time. I had times I put a lot of time into my displays. A lot of my collection was in storage. Didn't really have a lot of space. My house is quite small. So the collection room here is in our workspace in our studio. So it's like our theater room, where we do all our sound mixes and color grading, post-production work. So I managed to kind of commandeer a couple of walls of that space, which is why it's so pitch black in here, because it's literally a soundproofed
Studio.
no light studio.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So if you scream, nobody can hear you.
No, I could scream here and no one would hear me.
That's cool, man.
But that was really good, being able to use a space, and it kept Sarah, my wife, happy, keeping it out of the house. So it was a win-win.
Hey, whatever. Again, just it behind you, even though it's blurred and all that other stuff, you can just see how amazing it is the way you set it up. You set it up with the lights, with the helmets up there, and just
Thank
even
you.
from this distance, you're like drooling, going, "Oh my god!"
I got some pictures queued up. So for everyone in the chat, if you guys have any question for Luke while we're going through the pictures,
Hashtag Luke and then the question. Yeah.
So Luke, your first high-end collectible was a Hot Toys?
No, my first, I guess, high-end collect. Like I started collecting the Disney Park Galaxy's Edge sabers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that kind of got me in, and then I kind of educated myself over a period of time, and I unfortunately and fortunately at the same time discovered Gabe at obviously Star Wars Replicas.
Yep.
And went down that journey, watching pretty much all his content, and introducing myself to him on Instagram, and he's a wonderful fella. And then eventually sold out of all my Galaxy's Edge sabers. They had a huge spike in like 2021 in value across all like the discontinued ones, and I was able to trade into some master replica pieces. So I went from like 20 hilts down to like 4. Wow. But yeah, I was the master replica pieces I have, I'm pretty love, and they're pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So everything in your collection today, you amassed over the last couple of years?
No, I'd say probably the last 3 or 4 for the higher end pieces. So definitely the master replicas are like later on. The Hot Toys before that. But I had Legacy hilts before, was my first higher end
Saber.
piece.
Yeah.
Were you getting the Legacy all online, or were you going to the parks at all?
No, I've never been to the parks. I go for the first time in April with my son, Jude, who's 4. He'll be almost 5, which will be pretty special. But I joined a bunch of the groups. There's like smugglers that will you can employ for like a fee to purchase stuff on your behalf, and then they ship them over.
Okay.
So I did that. That's how I got access to them, because at the beginning they weren't selling them online, things like that. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Are you coming to Orlando for the Disney trip?
No, I'm going to LA, unfortunately. Sorry, Evan. I was my brother is, there's a couple of reasons. My brother's getting married in Vegas, of all places.
Oh, wow.
So we're going over there. We're going over there for the wedding. But LA is like, LA's only, I say only, it's like a 10-hour flight from Sydney, which is close to me. And that's the single flight from anywhere from Australia is quite rare. So getting to LA is relatively easy and quick for us comparatively. So LA is pretty easy for us to access.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You'll have fun.
And then the pieces like the C-3PO and the mall bus, things like that, like the bigger items. So the C-3PO was like a random find in the middle of, not really the outback, but very rural Australia. There was this like appliance shop that the fellow that ran this appliance shop was a Star Wars collector, and he'd purchased all this stuff from Sideshow to sell in his shop and just display. I think he just loved it. And I found the 3PO years after it had kind of sold out at less than retail, which is pretty amazing. So that's kind of my biggest piece. And then all the helmets up top, with the exception of the Costco, the hyperdrive runs. So I've been involved with those boys on the hyperdrive page.
You're lucky you. Yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard to get in those.
Yeah, we always complain here.
Yeah, you have to be quick.
At them. Yeah.
Well,
so
it's the time. It's also the time. When it hits us, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning or something like that when they start to do that stuff.
You got a question. What's the great white buffalo you're still looking for?
What's your white whale?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I would say probably it would be a master replica piece, and I'd probably say it would be like a maybe the Return of the Jedi signature saber, the Vader signature saber, which is, I think, one of the rarest master replicas they've ever made, because the production ran very short, I think, on how many they made. And it's obviously a Prowse signature. So, but I mean, those things go for like crazy money, like 6,000 to 8,000 Australian dollars now. And our exchange rate's pretty bad at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like everything's double compared to like U.S. price. So like a cell phone that's $1,000 here, it's $2,000 there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close to that, you know. So this is the display room.
Now, which I have to ask, which kind of lights are you using? Just the little spotlights that you can get like on Amazon?
Oh, so these are modular cases, and they are spotlights, and they're the same 1 watt spotlights you get on Amazon. They're exactly the same lights that they use. I have warm lights in mine, which are just a little warm. They're not as cool as the cool lights. I find displaying cool lights, it's very cold. And I think in person, warm lights look better than they do kind of on photographs. But yeah, so, and then with the spotlights, is basically the back 2 lights, they don't do anything. It's purely aesthetic. So they're not hitting any of the objects. So it's just like a diagonal spotlight left and right to hit the black. And then there's two spotlights, on the front that are kind of hitting the figures or the objects. And then with the what are the DF120s, which are like the long ones with the Hot Toys in, there's like 4 spotlights at the front and 2 at the back, so 6 lights in those units.
Well, I love the red and the white, the red and the blue, right behind Vader's helmet. That is just like, wow.
This just looks like thanks. This is it's so clean. I love it.
Yeah, look, I said I had OCD. I'm not kind of lying. And like I think as well, like with a photographic background as well, like particularly with the Hot Toys, like the Clone Wars display is obviously not finished because we're still waiting on a lot of characters. But the original trilogy Hot Toys display, like I enjoy kind of setting them up almost like a family portrait. Like if I do a group portrait for work, like for my photos, I've kind of curated that and just built like wooden plinths. So maybe if Eben shows maybe one of the...
Yeah, because it's like not only is the display beautiful, but it's the way that you've set it up and the way that you've put it. It doesn't look... I mean, you've got a lot of figures in some of those areas, but it looks like they're really... Like you probably spent a lot of time getting those things sitting perfect.
Yeah, long time. Yeah. So I think we'll get to those.
I like how the family portrait where Moff is off to the side. He's like sitting in his chair and he's like off
he's the
to
black
the side.
sheep of the family.
Yeah, look at it on the left. He's like sitting off to the side. It's pretty funny. Like grandfather.
That's awesome.
So this is the the Vader helmet. The Vader helmet is this is probably, I would say, alongside like the Regal robot stuff, the Vader helmet is one of my favorite pieces. It's a dual signature master replica. So James Earl Jones and Hayden signed piece.
Wow. So it's Return of the Sith helmet?
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah,
whatever. Return, Revenge, whatever.
Yeah, so I think the helmet... That's okay. You're probably not a prequels guy, being my dad, being a bit older.
No, I'm not, son. I am not.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Back in my day, hello.
Yep.
And then the plaque is a hyperdrive. One of the hyperdrive plaques we had done last year, or I think 2021, with Anthony Daniels.
That goes so well with that face. That looks incredible.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then you can see like C-3PO's raised on like a black platform. So I work with a local carpenter to make like just wooden plinths. So all of the Hot Toys have, which we'll get to, they have plinths that are kind of staged. So I think the matte black plinths also kind of help the display just to get, like, I think it's subtle details just with like how they're positioned and the height of them and things like that. So
can I ask you a question about the plinth, Luke?
Yeah, sure.
The way you have the tops beveled, it looks like if you wanted to put an acrylic covering over it, it would situate on top. Is that the design?
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, it's like a beveled edge. So you can it's got a lip, so you can sit a display piece over if you wanted to.
Nice. That's great. That's good forward thinking in case you wanted to protect it.
And again, this is half scale or legendary scale, which is So it's like how tall? 30 inches. 30
yes, it's half scale. So it's about. Sorry, I don't work in inches. It's like a meter
36,
meter 10.
Under 1,000 millimeters.
It's about a meter. Meter tall. Yeah.
That'd be 36 inches. Yep. Okay.
Cool.
That's
Luke,
badass,
just
man.
Going into it right now. Somebody asked earlier, I think it was Mead, your white whale is one of those to get a legendary R2 as well, or
I would.
What's your white whale?
So it's definitely the Vader Master Replica Return of the Jedi saber. I think the signed one, but I mean that's a pipe dream, right? We all need a pipe dream to get to. But the R2 legendary, like I did look into them. They would pair really well. It's quite a difficult piece to display because the base on the legendary R2 is much deeper than the 3PO base. So it wouldn't actually fit in these units too well. And they sell for around 4,000 to 5,000 Australian dollars now. So I just think it's probably, for me, it's a bit too much for what it would do. And 3PO out of those two droids, 3PO is probably I would say my favorite kind of, goofy droid.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's great.
Yeah. And this is the hyperdrive one, right? Painted by Jackson.
Yeah. So obviously Christian and the hyperdrive group, George and everybody, we do, as I think most of you will be part of that group, we do exclusives each year. I think last year there was maybe like 12 or 13 different exclusives. So some of them are smaller plaques. Some of them are larger prop pieces. So the Bo-Katan run that this one was done by Jackson Rupert, who's an amazing prop maker. I'm sure you folks kind of know his work.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So, and then obviously we accompany all of the hyperdrive exclusive pieces with signature plaques of either the actors, or sometimes it might be the makers or things like that. So yeah, they're pretty special. Like, Christian does a great job to be able to find and connect the dots with different people. And they're always really very beautiful, beautiful pieces.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice
awesome.
one for sure.
And then the Cosca is done by a Yankee, so an American guy, I think in LA. Marcus Studio Props, I think his name is. So yeah, he does some really great work. And then SWAU last year did a Cosca Reeve signing, so I just sent in a plaque from Ariel, who I'm sure we all use, to get signed.
I like. So, Luke, did you ask her to write the additional wording in there? Or?
No, I didn't at all. I really wish she hadn't.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But, it's not as clean as I would like.
She doesn't normally.
Yeah, no. There's. Look, I could probably talk about 1,000 years about SWAU and my feelings at the moment towards them, but unfortunately, it was a mistake. That's okay.
Got it.
You try any rubbing alcohol or anything like that on it to remove what you want?
I'll get a new plaque eventually, and sell this one. I'm sure someone will like it. It's kind of cool having Cosca Reeves written, I guess. It's just a double up with obviously it's saying Cosca above and then inside the signature box.
Yeah, somebody will like that because that's again, it's a lot of times you have to ask them or pay extra for it. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I get what you're saying though. It's a double. Like, if you had known she was going to do that, you wouldn't put Cosca Reeves on. Right,
yeah, totally. Yeah, but her signature is really beautiful, and I really rate her. Like, I'm a wrestling fan, so I think it's pretty awesome to have her signature in the collection. I think she did a great job in The Mandalorian. I thought she acted really well, and the character was really cool. So.
What's her name again?
That's good too.
Mercedes can someone correct me here? Mercedes Venado or
Yeah, something along those lines.
yeah.
Mercedes Van.
Close enough.
What?
Mercedes Monet now, or Monet, or whatever she is in
Okay.
New Japan now. She's Monet or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Got it.
Nice.
So what do we got? We've got next. I think the armorer. Oh, Mando. Yeah. So this is an EFX bucket. So it's the season 1 resin. But I don't know if any of you have had this EFX helmet, and I bought this helmet, and then I also stupidly also bought the EFX PCR helmet for. And the paint jobs that came on both these helmets were absolutely atrocious. Like I don't know if I got really bad copies, but anyway, I got this repainted by a prop maker in Australia, a good friend of mine, Nigel, who I think he's good friends with Jackson and all that, kind of crew prop making. He just happens to live in Australia at the moment while he's studying. And he did a great job repainting this completely with Alumiluster and then weathering it.
I was going to say
quite heavily for me.
Looks good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how it originally came, it was really, really poor. So yeah, I may have got bad copies, but yeah, I ended up sending the PCR helmet back to Sideshow, where I got it from. It was really really
I've
bad.
heard a couple bad things about that one. I didn't realize they were having paint issues with that piece, but I've heard it a few times now.
There was to give you context, there was fingerprints on
the paint
on the paint.
Somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, so just really bad quality control. I mean, I really hope it's in all our favor for EFX to kind of, up their game and get back to, good quality control and actually releasing things. But they've had a really shocking period, as we all know. And then I've got 2 plaques, Leif Kahler and Brendan Wayne. So the 2, as you all probably know, the 2 stunt actors that play
Mando.
Yep. Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I remember watching one of Gabe's videos, Star Wars Replicas, where he had the EFX and the Anovos, and he was trying to make a decision between the 2 of them. That's what made me think of it, because I'm looking at it, when he said EFX, I'm like, there's no way that's an EFX. It's repainted. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, repainted. Yep.
Yeah, and I think even Gabe, I remember conversations, maybe he had to send his EFX back a couple of times to get a good copy,
Yeah.
So it was definitely it wasn't just limited to 1 or 2 items. It wasn't a good run. And I guess it's deceivingly complex, the silver, for quality control. That's hard to get right.
It's obvious people were going, is it dry yet? Click, no.
Yeah.
All the fingerprints.
But if you remember when the show first came out, EFX had those available remarkably fast. They've never produced anything that quickly in the last 10 years, and it was they had them in stock ready to go, so they had to have rushed the production.
Yeah, I reckon. Thanks, Darth Kenobi. Nigel did a great job with the repaint. And then this is another Hyperdrive exclusive. So this was the recent Armorer run. Yep. So it's a Jeff Curtis GEC Props, who you folks probably know. Helmet, beautiful shape, beautiful cast. And it's shinier than season 1. So in, let's call it the Mandalorian 2.5 or Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
Her helmet kind of took on a slightly different, if you watch the 2, it's kind of chalk and cheese between the 2 paint jobs. And this is Mando 2.5, which I prefer. I think the gold of gold is really beautiful.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah,
the helmet's interesting because it draws up, a knight's, armor, but yet it's different. But then at the same time, with it being gold, for me, if anybody saw Excalibur back in the day, the gold armor and the face helmet that he wore. This looks like this could be like a guard to that. I don't know. It just brings up good thoughts, and it's a beautiful piece.
Jason, did you ever see that movie?
What?
Excalibur?
He don't even know what that is.
I was born in '89.
Place in Vegas.
It's a good movie. You should go back and watch it. It's really good.
I'll check
It is actually.
That's definitely
it's a good movie.
definitely a good pickup there, Luke.
There it is. I was thirsty.
Hey,
Thirsty.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, love this.
Dude, this is badass.
This is dope, dude.
Yeah.
So
Where
this
did
is
you get it? Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it?
So this is another Hyperdrive exclusive run we did last year. So I think we put this out in like July or August last year. But it's another Jeff Curtis, so GEC prop sculpt, and he's just, his work is next level. I really rate his casts quite highly. And then it's signed by Tate Fletcher, obviously the actor that I think the stunt actor that played that character. But yeah, it's a really cool helmet. It's the design is very beautiful.
It is. And it's a unique looking helmet. But I mean, this is obviously done. I remember when you guys were doing that on the Hyperdrive. It's beautifully done. I mean, seriously, it's wow. That's a wow piece.
Yeah.
So out of your helmets, these are the main helmets you have, or I mean, we saw like the Vader one and stuff. Which one for you is like, that's my favorite right now, or that's the one I love?
I mean, the Bo-Katan helmet's pretty special. I think that would be hard to beat. The detail up close, I mean, they're all spectacular, but Jackson Rupert's work all the helmets are superb, but Jackson's there's just something about his detail and level of craftsmanship that comes with it that's just next level. Yeah.
So if there was a fire, you wouldn't take the Vader?
Yeah, you take that one.
I would take the Vader. I would leave the Bo-Katan. I would take the Vader because I will never ever be able to afford to replace that Vader. That thing, since when I first got that Vader helmet, that thing has just gone absolutely crazy in value. Like it's thousands of US dollars now, and yeah.
Is it the money that speaks, or is it just looking at that piece? That's one of the pieces that speaks to you.
What's up, George?
What's up, George?
Yeah.
What's up, George?
Hey, George. I think George went to the fair tonight. Hope he got some candy floss.
Oh.
No, it's not the money. I mean, the master replica piece is it. I guess financially, it does add something to it for me because I'm probably more precious about it because I could just never realistically afford to buy that again.
Yeah.
But it's a lineage piece, so it's the helmet is cast from the original molds. Used in Revenge of the Sith, and obviously having a James Earl Jones signature. I mean, a Hayden signature is great, but a James Earl Jones signature is pretty special. So
very special. Yeah. Very special. I get it. Very cool.
And then we're on to this is like a family portrait for the original trilogy, and we can see actually a Joel piece is in here if you can spot it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing. Yeah.
Did you check? Did you check underneath? Did you check underneath?
I didn't put anything underneath.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Well, she Size Noodles was probably one that gave Droopy McCool the flaming saber, so you got to be careful with her.
Probably. Got to be careful.
I lost the feather. Got commandeered by customs because they classed it as fishing or poultry or something. So
oh my
gosh.
She made it here. But yeah, so the OT stuff shelf is like creating the layers. So behind all the figures there's like 3 plinths at different heights to kind of create the staging, and then you can see there's also a plinth on the bottom of the modu case, and that's to basically match the gap at the bottom with the top, just to lift things to be, again, I got OCD, to be completely symmetrical.
It pays off. It's worth it having your OCD because that's just
that's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, this shelf is pretty complete. I maybe move things around a little bit. But I've got a little original Sideshow Crumb hiding out and various things, and a Sideshow Skiff Guard. I actually prefer the Skiff version of Lando. That's like, for me, being a Return of the Jedi kind of
That's an underrated
film
figure.
nut.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really rate that figure a lot, and I like that iteration. Like that opening scene of Return of the Jedi is pretty, or the opening kind of sequence is pretty special in Jabba's palace.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you need a Max
Yeah.
Rebo.
Yeah, I do need a Max Rebo.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah.
Joe was like, talk to me after the show.
The funny thing about this picture is you can just you can look at it and hear the people talking. Like, you can hear Moff like talking to him, like, okay, get in line over there. Like, let's get this picture done so we can get out of here. Like, you just hear him like talking. Like, I don't know, the picture's cool. I like the way you've got it set up as far as the family portrait kind of thing.
The family portrait it's a cool way, because I mean, I don't know, when I see any of the original trilogy figures, and especially when they're done out like this, I just start seeing scenes from the movie. I just start any of it, and it makes me happy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then this is obviously the Master Replica Vader helmet, and then it's his Revenge of the Sith saber in front. But you folks probably know. I mean, I'm equal geeks here on the channel, but it was never used, this saber, inside in the movie. It was just used for like photo shoots. So it's a bit of a strange Master Replica saber that they actually even made it. But they pair quite well together, I think.
And any Vader saber works, with it for sure.
Yeah. And then we've got so this is obviously an evolving display. So I'm actually working with Legacy Arts at the moment he's custom making me a Clone Wars throne for Maul.
You know who printed that?
Is that you, Joel?
Yeah,
as Joel.
You legend. Hey.
I printed it for him.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. There you
I
go.
like the pose. I like the pose that Rex is in. I mean,
Dude,
yeah.
This is giving me a flaming saber, I'll tell you that.
So Maul's kind of placeholder for his throne, and it's going to be centered and then kind of flanked with the Coruscant Guard, and so
Hey, that battle droid, you know the neck extends, don't you?
no, I didn't know that.
Pull that head up.
All right, I'll do that.
I like the crouch down.
To be honest with the Sideshow figures, I kind of like touch them so in tiny increments because they all fall over. They feel like they're going to break.
Yeah,
so.
no, that neck extends quite a ways, actually.
Awesome.
If it breaks, Joe, print a new one.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joel says, don't be afraid of them. I'll finish a new one.
It won't break. If it breaks, I'll
Thanks,
send
Joel.
you mine.
Nice.
Is that the Hot Toys Rex or is that the Sideshow Rex?
Hot Toys Rex, yeah.
He looks great. The clone and
I mean, the only Rex.
Right. I agree too. But I mean, like Grievous, to see Grievous standing is pretty awesome.
Well, to get Grievous standing, there's tape, blue tack, every conceivable kind of help he could possibly need to stay there.
Hey, LeBron.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, see, so mine's the first version, and it's a lot better.
Yeah. Now I'm pretty I'm not the best. I'm relatively competent at posing figures, and this figure I think it was 2.5 hours to get it into a relatively okay pose, and as you know, like posing is really subtle, and there's just no subtlety to this figure. It's like you are limited to where it's the limbs stick, on the joints. So but it literally has like black gaffer tape or camera tape kind of at different points to kind of hold it. It's a disaster of a figure, let's be honest.
Your options are here or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of liquid green stuff?
Yeah, I use liquid green stuff a lot. I'm hesitant. I'm not as brutal as you just drilling into a Hot Toys.
Is that what you used to pose yours, Joel? The Grievous?
No, I didn't do nothing with mine. I just posed it and it stood.
Really?
Yeah, mine's good.
You got lucky.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, mine stands really well.
And then this is my wife Sarah actually got me this bust last year in February for my birthday, which was an amazing present.
That is amazing.
And it's obviously paired with the Master Replica signature saber, which is a really beautiful piece.
Yeah, this is the one that George regrets selling. So just
yeah, that's right.
So
I just rub that in every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey Scott, did you see Robin's comment?
No, doing well.
Hey, Clockins. Thanks, Robin.
We all needed a drink.
We all needed a drink.
Yeah, and here you go.
Yeah, you're welcome, George.
Oh, there we go.
Let's zoom in on it. Let's see if it really looks good.
Yeah, right.
Zoom in on the
Which
picture.
one?
The mall.
So, this is my sequels, Hot Toys. So I actually enjoyed The Force Awakens. Like I think, Marcel, mine's February the 11th. We are very close.
Wow.
I actually really enjoyed The Force Awakens as a movie. I thought it was very promising. There was things that I didn't love about it, but in general, I thought it was a great start to the sequels. I
can
I don't
agree
know
with
how
that.
you guys feel.
It had the potential. It was definitely there, and then all of a sudden it just went.
So, but one thing I did love about, and I think what they nailed, and that's down to like all the art department and the model makers and the costume departments, is the art direction for the sequels. I think was equally as superb as the prequels and the original trilogy, in my opinion. So I really love the design of the Praetorian Guard, and I think Phasma, from a character design perspective and the art direction, is quite fantastic. And Rey, conceptually and visually, was great, and Kylo. So, I do have a soft spot for the sequels. I can see their positive elements. It was a real shame about some of the narrative and storytelling in the last two, but I think the art direction component of it was awesome.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And that's one of the things I talked about in my room tour is just there's some great design that you can't overlook. And particularly on Jakku with the scavenging and her speeder and everything. And so there's just some great visual storytelling there. Just not.
Happy birthday, Jason. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Oh, nice.
I love that Finn figure too. I know that's a hard one to come by now. So,
yeah, he is quite difficult.
You back? We'll sell you one.
Hey, I got one for you.
Do you? That's a cool one.
Yeah. The character design is great on it. Like Last Jedi. Can't believe the same guy can make a good movie. I posted it on Facebook.
I saw that. Yeah, I did really like. I thought the Praetorian Guard fight scene was spectacular.
Awesome. The throne room
Visually, Last Jedi had some awesome, pieces, and that the whole
visually beautiful.
But the story was pretty.
Boys Broom, it was fantastic.
Especially when Holdo, she did the kamikaze thing. That was badass.
That was awesome when she died.
Yeah.
Jason and Eben, I have a really good picture from Galaxy's Edge with Finn. I can send to you.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
It's a horrible character in that ride.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. What do we got here?
So Rogue One. I mean, this has got to be one of the best Star Wars movies ever made, in my opinion. Superb story, superb aesthetics, superb direction. Like everything about it was pretty cool, and I really liked that they killed off the main characters, and I think that was really interesting and very different for Star Wars, as well.
Everybody dies.
So everybody dies.
Is incredible. Look at that.
Yeah, fellow Aussie.
Oh, is it Ben Mendelsohn? Is he an Aussie?
Yeah, he's an Aussie. Yeah.
Hot Toys really screwed up on this one.
What do you mean?
They could have done more characters.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. I mean, the fact Baze isn't released is a travesty.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that one.
He's got debuted. He got teased in 2019 or something, right?
Yeah, he looked good too.
Yeah, what the hell? He's
Well,
like,
if they can do the heavy Mando, because I was thinking maybe the gun and the backpack was a challenge, but dude, if they can do the heavy Mando, they can do base.
Yeah. Come, George. Eben said he was going to come, for this Colette room tour, but he bailed on me.
Yeah, my work changed my schedule.
When we were talking about everybody dying, make means like hashtag spoilers.
Oh yeah, sorry, buddy.
I love the K2. I know they're re-releasing it, but this K2, another hard one to get now.
Mm-hmm.
That original one, he goes for a lot.
So Izzy's asking why The Last Jedi is your favorite movie.
Favorite Star Wars movie? I think it's definitely Return of the Jedi. I'll cheat and it's Return of the Jedi for the OT. It's Revenge of the Sith for the prequels, and it's Force Awakens for the sequels. But out of everything, I think Rogue One's pretty much up there with all of those three movies. I think it holds its own across all three. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And George, you've definitely got to come to Australia. Evan, are you actually going to potentially come out here because we've got the Air Force Base nearby, or
they keep like flip flopping? But
do I need to break a plane for you to come out?
Yeah, but you got to remember, Australia has giant spiders and kangaroos and things like that. There's lots of things that can kill you over there. So just keep that in mind.
It's always on my bucket list to visit, and then someone showed me a photo of the spiders, and I'm like, maybe I don't have to go as bad as I thought I would.
I'm good, right?
Florida's not far off.
What do you mean the spider just ate an alligator? Yeah.
I still would love to visit Australia, though.
Yeah, palmetto bugs.
Yeah, everything does try and kill you here, including the sun, sun and the rain, and So these are now my master replica pieces. So this is the Sidious saber from Revenge of the Sith and Yoda from Revenge of the Sith, which are two beautiful hilts. I have a plaque coming for the Sidious. I mean, Frank Oz's signature is impossible to get. Maybe impossible is the wrong word. Very unlikely to acquire.
He doesn't like to sign things because he wants you to still believe that Yoda's real. He doesn't want to be part of it. It's the truth.
Is that true?
The truth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the truth. He doesn't. It'd be the same thing with like Miss Piggy. He wouldn't want to sign it because he believes in that Jim Henson magic.
Wait, Miss Piggy's not real?
They don't know that they are real and that they don't have a puppeteer. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing.
So he doesn't sign on the street anymore either, because one of the idiots that was signing on the streets with him actually said, "Oh, like I'll just resell it, right?" And then he was personalizing them because he was like, "Well, I'll just personalize them, and then he won't be able to sell them."
Fish cat. Yeah.
And then people started figuring out how to remove the personalization, so then he just stopped altogether. He got pissed off, and he was like, "I don't want people making money off my signature signing on the street."
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. So
he's not real. Yeah, Yoda's real. Yoda's real. It's like Santa Claus.
He has a really wide signature too, so it would be hard to get him on a plaque. Also, the plaque.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Luke, did you get your master replicas over your way or from the States? Where did you?
Yeah. So there's a mix. The Sidious and Yoda came from a guy in the States, good couple of years ago. These two pieces, the Carrie Fisher signed thermal detonator and the V2 Mark Hamill signed Luke, they were both actually acquired from a friend and another collector in Australia.
Hey, Brian.
So I got pretty lucky with those to be local. Mm-hmm. But they're two pretty spectacular pieces, and those signatures are pretty special to have in the collection.
Hell yeah.
So between these two pieces and the master replica dual signature, that's kind of the bigger pieces that I have kind of saved for and been able to acquire.
I love that saber too, but the thermal detonator, that's something that again has always been on my list to get, even if it's the Romans one, but the master replicas ones looks fantastic.
That Luke is my favorite saber. I love that thing, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. And again, you'll see with my OT stuff, it's obviously like the Return of the Jedi era. It's kind of where my heart is with that. But the Roman prop, detonator is awesome, and it's screen used, right? They used it on,
I think so.
Was it the Obi show or one of the shows recently?
Yeah, I think so. I know. I'm trying to remember because I remember hearing some prop was used on Rogue One, but I don't remember which one.
Okay.
And yeah, and then the other stuff, which is how cool is that, right? That you make these props and all of a sudden they're being screen used.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, there'd be such a good feeling. And then these are my Revenge of the Sith, Anakin and Obi-Wan. So I got Obi's signature last year, I think, with OPX, and Hayden's, Christian, and the Hyperdrive group did a run at in Germany at a convention he was at a couple of weeks ago. So Christian and Nico, who are two admins on the Hyperdrive group, they got to spend a lot of time with Hayden because they rocked up at the front of the queue and he asked how many pieces they had to sign, and they had 60, and they said 60, and they all kind of had a chuckle, and they were there for a good 15 minutes while he signed all the 60 plaques and had a good chat about, his kids and Star Wars and all that stuff. So I think that was a pretty magical experience for them to kind of do that.
They were lucky too, because sometimes people would be like 60. No, that's not 60. So to get that and to be part of that, that's very cool.
Yeah, he was really interested in the group and, what we were doing. And, I think he really dug that Nico and Christian had gone out of their way to make it possible for other people around the world. And it's pretty special.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then this is, I would say, a big grail in my collection, the holochess set by Tom and his team.
Best looking setup of this set I've seen.
Thank you,
The way
Scott.
you have it displayed is probably the best.
It's amazing.
So again, I custom built the plinths or worked with my friend to kind of custom build the right heights and the right widths and just kind of curate it like I would a photograph. And then the body slam set, as you folks know, is a separate piece you bought as a separate element. So I've got that in the center and then surrounded by all the other elements. But this is the most amount of money I've spent on anything in my collection, hands down. Like it took, a long time to kind of pay off and get it sorted. And, I had to really commit to wanting this. Sold a lot of things, traded some stuff. Yeah. So I'm really, really pleased it's in the collection. I think it's really beautiful conceptual piece. Yeah.
Well, the thing is the way you displayed it, and like I'm saying, I see more of the value there, right? Because it's a very expensive set and limited amount that were done. Other people's collections, they can look pretty good. There's no question. But this, it stands out. And if you were to tell somebody, it cost X amount of dollars, they're like, oh, okay, I can see it because of the way it's set up and the way that you did it. So it shows the pride.
Appreciate that.
Pride. Yeah, it shows also the pride that you have with it. But just that you've got a great eye, a fantastic eye for setting this stuff up.
Thanks, Scott. That means a lot. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Like this, I run with work, we have 13 full-time staff at Head Jam, and Star Wars and this world and collecting is complete escapism from a lot of stress and, getting inside my own head. So I really do enjoy spending the time up here curating the spaces and, doing all my research online for pieces, like I'm sure everyone in this chat likes doing. And, I'm quite meticulous with my spreadsheets to try and figure out my budgets and how I can and it's all part of that game and that enjoyment for me,
Right.
So total escapism, get myself out mental health wise into a new space to kind of reset.
Absolutely. I think that's when it really kicked for me was the pandemic and everything that was going on. And a lot of people, it's like, I've always loved Star Wars since 1977. From seeing it, I was in love with it, always have been. It's always been, but not collecting until we hit 2020. And then it was like, forget it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stop living trying to save every stinking little dollar. I start, asking myself, do I really need 10 toes? That kind of stuff. What can I sell? But that's what kind of got us back into that, and to get us to break off of the stress of everything and life and worried about work, and it brought it back, and it's also really made some amazing communities.
Totally.
And it's
Spice Runner is a great example.
Exactly, right? Hyperdrive, George doing that and breaking off from that, and a bunch of others. But it's been so fantastic to see the communities and how much everybody wants to share, how everybody's in awe of other collections, and then just the camaraderie. And how can I help you? And what? Oh, you're looking for that? I found it here or something, dude. Yeah, this freaking piece. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I just very quickly photographed this piece and the Salacious Crumb from Regal that I got at the end of last year. So this is the best helmet I have in my collection, hands down. So Ben Huckabee at Dirty Rogue Designs made a limited run of these. I think he's doing a second batch. So if anyone wants to jump on that, message him on Facebook or Instagram, Dirty Rogue Designs. But
that thing is huge.
It is. Yeah, so I wanted to show you folks like it on the side just to show you the depth. So it's absolutely insane, like the helmet piece, but it's meticulous. Like the bone is just perfect, and it's so detailed and beveled out in different areas, and it's all kind of magnetically put together, the pieces in the different spots. And so this will be displayed with the Enfys Nest statue that's coming from NYC, which is why I don't have many statues. I actually only have the one Asajj Ventress statue, and I have a no statue policy, but I broke that policy for. I think I'm going to regret it, but so this is going with the Enfys Nest NYC.
That's going to look. I mean, that thing is like 2 feet deep, or 61 centimeters. Roughly 600, somewhere in there. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Luke to get his first statue in, because it's going to be like a couple more weeks, and it'll be like, yep, I got to get another one.
I can't. I'm a hot toys boy. I can't go down. I'm already broken.
I said that.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. I said I didn't collect lightsabers.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's the Crumb, which I've got one of the later numbers. I think it's 145 out of 150. So this arrived just before Christmas. So I've actually got I've had my collection room's been split. The display behind me and what you can see in the photos is my Moducase wall, and then I've had IKEA Bestas along the other wall, which I haven't given you any photos of today because I had to pull it all down because my new batch of Moducases came last week, which is replacing the Bestas. So Crumb's going to go where 3PO is currently, and 3PO is going to go in the new Moducase set with a new curation of bits and pieces. So I'll send you folks photos when that.
Awesome.
But that's pretty daunting to build that. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks for me.
Yeah, so Luke is selling the Bestas, but pickup only. So J2SO, you might want to start going now.
Yeah. I was going to probably pick up.
Luke, I have a question for you. Does your wife like this character?
Crumb?
Yeah.
She's a designer, so she appreciates the craftsmanship, but she hates the character.
Okay. Okay, good. Because that's a forbidden piece for me in this room. Yeah,
really?
She doesn't come down here and doesn't come into this room unless she's feeding me or doing right. So, but
feeding you.
That's the character. Like no go. Like doesn't want that character in there.
Janine's favorites are Rancor, Salacious. She loves the creatures on top of the droids. Yeah,
she can't do that thing. She gets bugged out with the movie with him and crawling around and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm so sorry.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And then I photographed my collection or pieces on just one of it's a hand painted canvas backdrop I use for portraiture. And in 2020, I started photographing the collection, just documenting it for me and for Instagram, just for a bit of fun. So I go through that, and we can flick through a few of those photos. It's obviously a Sarge, and then I kind of pose up the hot toys and build different things. The clones.
There it is. Again, twice.
Yeah, I had 2 drinks already.
So I enjoy photographing things like this. I'm a portrait photographer, so if I've got a shoot that is happening, I'll kind of leave everything set up or allocate like a day every couple of months to kind of blitz out 3 or 4 things. And yeah, it's an enjoyable way to kind of photograph and document it.
Favorite brand of camera?
My photographic work, I shoot on a Linhof Technica, so a 4x5 plate camera. I shoot majority film for my work. And then for these, we have this is all shot on a phase 1 100 megapixel medium format digital camera. So it's our commercial camera for work that we use for our advertising, and it photographs the stuff in insane detail. Like the sensor's like 2.5 times the size of a full frame 35mm, and yeah, the detail's pretty nuts.
Yeah, just pops, man. The details.
Yeah. Man, so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think so. This is a custom season 4 Sabine that Jackson Rupert made for me a couple of years ago. So at the time there was no Sabine cast, so it's a Bo-Katan Jeff Bo-Katan cast, and then Jackson painted it. But I've heard a few. There's going to be some, obviously with Sabine coming in the Ahsoka show. I'm sure someone will make a Sabine cast, and I'll look at doing that. Yeah, it's not released yet though. I think, is that right? Has anyone
had it yet?
Or, yeah.
I saw it at Celebration. It looked good.
So Jackson did an amazing job on this again. I mean, his paintwork is just insane.
Yeah, it is nice.
And that's the Maul bust, obviously, Sideshow Maul.
Great looking.
And then the
beautiful shot.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Oh, I love his head down like that. Yeah, that's great.
Wow. Yeah, that looks fantastic. It's like lighting and pictures, but I mean, you obviously know what you're doing on the lighting. You know what you're doing on the photography, and just
wait. There's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. Yeah.
What?
I think these are the videos.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so I work at Head Jam, where the team that I run, we have like a team of 2 cinematographers that work with us, and we all kind of get together and have a Star Wars day every couple of months where we photograph toys, film toys.
That's cool.
So the videos Evan's going to show you is that.
Dude,
I was kind of producing those.
From? Because this thing is, I saw you post this. I'm like, where the hell did you get this thing?
So Randy Cooper made the kit. So it's a hand sculpted, hand cast kit, and then I painted it and modeled it. But it's I have a spare kit for sale if anyone does want one. But this is the worst experience modeling a kit I have ever had.
It's resin, right? It's a resin kit. Yeah,
it's resin. The amount of filling, and because it's all handmade, right? Randy does an amazing job. His kits are superb, but they are about the polar opposite of like a Bandai kit. So, like I said, I've been playing Warhammer, modeling and painting most of my life, or adult life, and I struggled with this. I almost gave up on this. So it took me around 120 hours to build and paint and light. And it looks fantastic done, but yeah, it's so if anyone wants to be punishment building a kit, let me know and I can sort you out.
One of the channels I follow, I think it's Replicas by Rossi. I think that's it. Rossi Replicas, something like that. He does a lot of Cooper's resin kits, and he does the videos to try and show people, hey, if you run into this is how you overcome it. But at the same time, he's the perfect poster child to not buy it and not go through it, because you start to realize how difficult these things are, because they warp, they get out of whack, they don't fit, they shrink, whatever, you know. So yeah,
totally.
I feel for you. I feel for you.
I have the Ghost kit, the second one. There's a whole story as to why I have two, but I won't bore you with that. But I have it on eBay, and on my eBay listing, it's like, this kit is hard. Don't buy this kit. No one's bought it yet, but it'll be perfect for, you know, the right type of person that wants like a real challenge with model making. It's a great outcome. So yeah, this video shows you a little bit of the scale of the legendary piece.
Don't know how to take that.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
How you did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's a beautiful piece.
It is. It's amazing, and the size of it. I mean, it's like perfect.
I want to get the Boba Fett one.
Yeah, the Boba Fett legendary is stunning. Yeah, I've got a few friends that have it, and it's really, really special.
It's like 2,200 out here right now, somewhere in there, 2,500.
Yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
Find some of these other ones. Let's do the Rancor.
Rancor. Here you go, babe. You're
I'm
watching.
bummed I didn't grab this guy because now he's gone.
This is the Regal piece, right, Luke?
No, this one's Sideshow. Yeah, this one's the small Sideshow.
Okay, this is the one I wanted to get my wife.
Yeah. I think it was like 6 or 7 at the time.
About 6, yeah. It's perfect. It's good size. It's the Regal size. It's not the $4,000. You know.
How did it go?
That's the thing. Regals is big. I mean, Regals is awesome, but like on the side, the arms are so far. You gotta have place for that, right? Or space for it.
Yeah.
This thing you can fit in a D-top or not a D-top,
yeah, D-top. It will fit in a D-top. Sean Solo has his in a D-top. It looks fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah, that's the one I want to get. That just looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, your cameras are amazing too. All that detail it picks up is unreal.
So the video cameras, if you're interested, they're Z cams. So Z cams are like they're basically used in Hollywood as crash cams. So they're little brains. They're kind of like you if they're shooting like an Ariflex for a feature film, you'll throw the Z cam on a car to like explode because they're cheap for Hollywood. But they're a really beautiful camera, the Z cams, and they capture a really beautiful image.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. What's cheap? Like $10,000?
The Z cams are about $3,500 Australian dollars, so maybe about 1,800 to $2,000, maybe 2,500 US.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad at all. Okay, now I gotta find this guy. Gotta find the clones.
Hey.
Yeah.
Army building.
This is beautiful, man.
Awesome. Yeah.
Do you have like a gimbal or something that you use to move?
It's all the movements apart. It's obviously rotates, but all the movements are done in post. So it's a 6K image, and then we'll do the movements digitally in post to get the clean transitions. It would just take too long if we did it as shot, if that makes sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking about the zooming in and zooming out you do in post.
Yeah, right? So you record you record it at 6K, and then we export them at 1920, so HD. Yeah. So you have like a 50% crop that you can kind of do throughout all the imagery. Some of the pan movements we'll do in camera, but yeah, a lot of the zoom ins and things are kind of digital pushes and digital pulls.
Yeah. Exactly what I was talking about earlier, guys, with the 4K cameras. When I zoom in, you lose less quality because I'm shooting out at 1080.
Well, StreamYard's going to make you lose quality too.
Well, StreamYard, yeah, but at least this is 1080. At least this is 1080, so. But wow, dude.
Is this video loading? Nope.
I had to make her in 1/6 scale.
Did you, Joel?
I did.
No. Have you got it there?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to show me that.
He'll make it real quick. Just
I was gonna say it's already in a box.
Yeah, it's printing.
So that's the thing, Luke. Is I'm with you. I love the C word wars and Joel, so many. You know, he has so many B.
Whoa.
Dude, that's badass.
Mm-hmm.
Joel, that's amazing.
I got a little bit of a. Oh, what is it? Savage.
Later, Brett.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
what's up, Logan?
Yeah, I had to do it.
Dude, the
So
Savage
good.
you did is badass
Hey,
too.
good to see you, Logan. Yeah. That's freaking awesome. Wow.
The small's beautiful.
Dude, look at that, the detail on that. Even that top piece that you got. Seeing the
That is a
crinkled head.
beautiful piece.
I also need you to know, Luke, I'm telling my wife that your wife bought you this and she needs to catch up. So my birthday's in April. She has time to save up time. This is
funny,
cool.
dude.
Wow.
I think that was the last file.
So yeah, so that's me. So yeah, collection room, and then my, you know, I didn't photograph and film my stuff for a long time because it felt like work, if that makes sense. Like I do that obviously for a living, and the Star Wars was my real escapism, and but I found a way to kind of do that and not feel like I'm in work mode, if that makes sense. So I'm not always consistent with my content on TikTok and Instagram because I need breaks. Like if I've had a big month or two with work and filming or photoing things, I'm a little bit burnt out with it. So, but I do things in batches, and I'm quite competent to be able to do a lot in a really short amount of time. So I can kind of blitz through stuff when I do things.
Yeah, but then if you didn't do any of that, you wouldn't get this fantastic collection, Luke. Very inspiring. Exactly.
Thanks, everyone.
My first 12-inch figure that got me into this whole thing was actually Warhammer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was like Tom somebody or something, but yeah, whatever.
Dorkmill Snow. Are you
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, I still play the game. I still got a big place in my heart for that whole system.
What's your favorite faction?
I play Wood Elves or Sylvaneth in Age of Sigmar, which is their fantasy version, and then I play Harlequins in 40k, so they're like space clowns, elves, space elves. Yeah.
Nerds, yeah, exactly. Nerds.
Yeah.
I just played them. I never played.
He was already there.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so that's me, boys, and I appreciate you all taking the time to have a chat. It's lovely.
This is amazing.
Amazing, and I love the way that you photograph it, you've lit it, the way you've got it set up, the vision, and you know, it just it's inspiring, dude. It's really inspiring, you know.
Thank you, Scott.
It's very true.
Thanks, Dad.
You raised a good one, Scott.
Yeah, see, right? Luke's just running around going, "Will you be my daddy? Will you be my daddy?"
Do you guys have any more questions for Luke before we switch over to the Clone War, or was it not the Clone War? The Bad Batch?
He still said it. Yeah.
The only thing I would say is it's nice to meet people that, like, now that we've been doing this for a while, it's also nice to meet people that you've been following on YouTube for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, like, it's an honor to meet you, Luke, just personally. So, I mean, again, following your YouTube channel for a while. So,
oh yeah,
awesome.
Thanks for sharing.
I think I just realized that I hit Luke up like maybe 6 months ago about the lights. And you're just
Oh, cool. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think we follow. I think pretty much we all mutually follow each other. So, and I think it's pretty awesome that, like, to kind of connect on Instagram and Facebook and, you know, TikTok, YouTube, all these things, and find each other. And I've found there's exceptions to this, but I found most people, especially on the Spice Runners, you know, Collection Wars with Gabe and Michael and Hyperdrive. And some other groups, like they're pretty special places. Like, you know, I can speak for the Hyperdrive, like as a mod, like we don't have any issues in that group very rarely. Everyone is so supportive, and really, it doesn't matter how big your collection is, whether it's small or large. It's it's a beautiful community. So, and you folks are building a great community with this as well. Your Facebook group is really, really special, and lots of engagement there. And I love these catch ups and following what you do. So, yeah, it's awesome.
You put it perfectly at the beginning. It's the escape. It's the no drama. I want to get out and I want to hang out and I want to be in a place that I can just be like, wow, and this is awesome and everybody's nice and so on and so forth. And that's what we're seeing with those communities, Collection Wars and us here and and Joel, and look at Joel's place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
I love it, and it's just awesome to be a part of it. That's how I feel. It's just awesome to be a part of it.
Yeah, thanks, Luke, for the nice words, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Evan. Thanks for inviting me on.
Awesome.
Dude, anytime, man. Anytime you'd be like, even if you get one little thing, hey, I got this. All right, let's bring Luke back. We're going to do the whole thing. Or if you just want to hang out. Because usually the problem is with people overseas is the time. Well, 1 o'clock Saturday works perfect.
This time, apart from my little Padawan Jude, who is running around a lot of the time when I'm watching, but I can bring him on, put him in a cabinet.
There you go.
Speaking of kids, Evan, can you bring up Mike Mead's comment again real quick?
Where's it at?
I got it. This one right here?
Yeah. Okay, so dude, Benadryl.
Benadryl. Basically, what Jason is saying is chlorophyll.
No, melatonin.
Chloroform.
Melatonin, they're gummies.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
It's my daughter will come up to me now before bed and say, medicine? I'm like, yes, absolutely.
Here, just breathe into this cloth.
That's funny. Cool.
Yeah, that's funny.
So you guys ready to talk Bad Batch?
Yes.
Did you watch it, Luke?
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. Happy boy. Very happy boy.
Let's talk about the new recent trend of Star Wars shows where the best episodes don't contain the titular characters.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. I know.
Let me do the spoiler warning real quick.
Spice Runners Lounge. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
What?
We're going to spoil the hell out of Bad Batch.
That's pretty cool.
So going around the room, I think, Jeff, you didn't get a chance to watch it yet, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm way behind on all of it, so it's fine. You're
It's
all
all
good.
right. Scott, what'd you think about the episode?
I thought it was. I mean, the first episodes 1 and 2, because again, last season, first episode, I was like, wow, this was great, and then it just kind of did this through the season, right? I was like, This time, it's like the first episode, second episode, it ended well. It ended well because it was a little dark. This episode was fantastic. The storytelling was great with it. It was a great story. It was definitely effed up in some spots. You can see Cody's, thinking, I don't want to be a part of this. He's starting to realize what the Empire and where the Empire is now.
Start thinking for himself.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that was good. That was good content. Keep it going, please. No fillers. Let's just go. Don't waste my time. Don't waste yours, right? So, yeah, I gave it, I thought it was a fantastic episode.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was fantastic, dude. It was well done. And I want to hear Joe now next because I know he said he didn't care for it.
Well, when you compare the Bad Batch episodes to themselves, it's a great episode. It's one of the best. But when you compare it to Rebels and you compare it to Clone Wars and you compare it to your expectations of what you're looking for out of a dark time period, I get it. It's based for kids, but I expect a little bit darker.
Yeah.
It's probably going to get darker soon.
So Joel's being grumpy. And,
No.
So when you compare it to the other Bad Batch episodes, it's one of the best. It ranks up there one of the best. Maybe the best.
I think psychologically they're probably easing it in for the kids. They don't want to start dark.
That's what I get.
Yeah.
I
But
get
it's getting dark, man. This episode was kind of dark.
I sure hope
It was. Yeah.
What about you, Luke? What'd you think?
Yeah, I just went and got my little Bad Batch doll, my Took doll. So yeah, I'm a big fan. We talked about it, but like the Clone Wars and the animated shows, and I think this last episode of the Bad Batch was a 9.5 out of 10, probably up there with some of the best Clone Wars episodes of season 7. I think seeing Cody start to question things and really understanding now the narrative of what happened after Order 66 with the clones, and how there was a conversation with one of the one of the generals, at the end with Crosshair, talking about how all the clones are defecting. I think really trying to psychologically figure out that they're all have free will and are starting to do this. That's a really wonderful, unexpected twist to that narrative that I wasn't thinking would happen. And one of my good friends, Francis, was talking around like how Cody negotiated with the governor. And he had a theory that I thought was really interesting, that Cody had learned from like Obi-Wan's methodology of communicating through the Clone Wars. Like, it was very reminiscent of how Obi-Wan might go and communicate in that type of scenario, and seeing them develop as characters in that capacity. And now that Cody's AWOL, and we potentially get to see him team back up with Rex or the Bad Batch themselves. I mean, it's awesome. I am so stoked.
I agree. Well, it's like the other thing too that I was going to bring up. You're bringing up Crosshair. You can tell he's struggling with something. He's struggling, but yet it's still, a good soldier does order, whatever the saying is. I forget what it is.
I think he's struggling with not having family or camaraderie, because obviously he's not. Nobody else want them around. He's a lonely clone.
And if you weren't buzzed before Luke started talking, you should be now. Just to say.
But it also, I think with the crosshair things, because we even got, I think it was the second episode where we saw that they had ramped up his inhibitor chip, through. So to really understand that there's other things at play, that they're really having to fight Crosshair's will, I think is really interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I like that they're showing conflict, and like with Cody. I like that with Cody now. Cody's questioning, other clones are questioning. I guess the part I have trouble with is if there was any kind of that question of morality or making those decisions. You didn't get any of that in Revenge of the Sith. It was like, okay, orders executed, boom, we're just there's no question about it. It's just, so what is it over time that makes them less willing to comply?
Well, they're getting older and they're defecting, I think.
Well, and they're also not programmed. Order 66 is a program that they're running, right? Just to follow orders isn't necessarily a program.
Does the program get buggy, though? Maybe if you don't patch it over time?
I thought it was a program in the cartoons. Yeah.
But I think as well, like if the Clone Wars, I mean, I don't know the exact time, but between Attack of the Clones, the start of the Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith, it's probably about is it 5 years, 7 years, or anyway, it's like a lot of time that they've been loyal to the Republic. And at the time, like, they're fighting with the Jedi, they think that what they're doing is a noble cause. That's a long period of time to be doing something. So when that order comes in, they've had 7 years of conditioning just to listen to things. So I think it's also that's fading over time. They're starting to realize what's happening. But look, you can't really unpick continuity with Star Wars too much, can you? Because otherwise we'd all be in trouble.
You just got to take it for what it is, right? And just go with the flow.
Just go with it, man. Yep. What about you, J2? So what'd you think about this episode?
Be right back.
Ditto to everything Luke said. Everything. I mean,
don't agree with Luke. Come on.
It's one of the top 3 episodes of Bad Batch, I think, of the whole show. Cody is my dude. I have a half leg sleeve of Order 66 because that dude is so cool. So I'm glad he's back. I know I was talking with Joel before the show. It would have been cool to see him if he went just super dark like Crosshair, but I think Crosshair is the guy who's on the fence, right? So you can't, if you had both of them doing that. I'm glad. I want to see Cody and Rex back together. Cody with maybe like a repaint of his old armor, and I don't think he's gonna make it past this show, but I think he'll like redeem himself in the show, which is something I was hoping in Kenobi, selfishly, that he'd show up or something, but.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. But yeah, dude, this episode was awesome. Crosshairs with the mirrors that we kind of saw in the first season.
Dude, that was awesome.
And this one, man, that was badass. It was just it felt like it did feel Clone Wars-ish to me. The way that that story is, at least. Damn it.
Right.
Yeah, I loved it. I
already ran out of a drink, so
I'm out too.
Yeah, I had to get rid of my drink. That's why I disappeared for a second.
So I hope he gets better from here. I hope it's not a filler episode next week. Now that they gave us this banger,
I know, right?
It's not like Omega's story time or something. Just keep going. Give us more Cody and Rex, and give us it all.
Omega story time. I know.
You're gonna tell us
my
how
favorite is
Omega got
Tech.
pregnant with Ray.
Nice, dude.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, dude,
Joel's just printed that up after the last episode.
Yeah.
Let me find Joe.
Yeah,
Got him.
Tech's
There
the
you go.
best.
Let's do it again.
Hot Toys and Brothers out for like another 2 years, and you already got this damn thing.
I know.
Hey, it's Tick. God, I
Tick.
can't stand it when she says that.
The leather work on this thing is just like crazy.
Damn,
Luke,
did you
say
do the-
tech. Say
you
tech,
do that?
Luke.
Tech.
See, it sounds like tech, not tick.
Well,
She's a Kiwi though.
Yeah,
Kiwis
that's true.
yeah, New Zealander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what about you, Dewback? Did you get a chance to watch it?
Yeah, no, I loved it.
He loved it.
Yeah, I think just having conflict in for these two characters, and even though Crosshair's not acting conflicted, he clearly is. But I think it's going to get to the point of what's the point of being a good soldier if there's really no one there who ultimately cares about you. He's dispensable. I mean, he's totally dispensable at this point, and I think he realizes that loyalty is not really earning him much in the Empire.
Agreed.
Yeah, they don't care. They just want power, and they just want to take everything over. And it's like, I mean, that's one thing that we see Cody's seeing. It's like, wait a minute, this isn't right. And it's how long is it going to take for Crosshair to feel like that?
Yeah, and it's more about might, not right. And Cody trying to negotiate, and it's just like, no, it's just raw brute force. This was first of all, it's just gorgeous as well, and just the
McQuarrie,
troopers.
yeah.
Dude, I want Gentle Giant to make this like now a statue of these guys.
It's so clever how they've started to introduce the McQuarrie aesthetic to show, and the difference between the clone armor and this in the show. It's really very cool.
Well, somebody brought it up last week too. It's like, well, what happened in the McQuarrie designs? And it's like, they're so vast. There's so many of them. They're going to phase in these different iterations of the armor. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be out there alongside with this in the phase 2. So I love
we saw it at the end of season 1, and then we didn't see it in the last 2 episodes. When I saw this, I was like, yes, it's back.
but I agree, and I think that's what's missing with the main group is that there's just not conflict or a story arc there that we have yet to follow. It's just side missions.
Yeah, exactly.
New transport carrier. This is like,
I think it was awesome.
Yeah, it was
a little more advanced from
the only part of this, honestly, that because the original C word of wars, right? The C word wars. I guess it's the only way I can say it. Not see you next Tuesday, not like that, but see. Anyways, is the Roger, the battle droids. It's like, yeah, they're fine, but that's what to me throws it back into the cartoon part.
Yeah, that was creative to throw them back in, because then you see Cody and and Crosshair fighting like they would have in the original wars,
Right.
I guess it would stand out to me more if they weren't kind of goofy, if they weren't kind of their natural state of thing, given the high fives and stuff. I don't know.
Roger.
It's charming to me. I don't know why.
I love the battle droids in Clone Wars. They're so goofy and fun.
Yeah, you said it. Damn it.
No,
I was
didn't
trying
you
to say
buy one at
C-word.
Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, I got that big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need next, Luke. Is this guy? We'll get one, or when you're in Disney, grab one.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, he says like 40 things too. He's fully.
Really?
Dude.
Yeah.
No!
Wow.
That's
Broken.
Okay.
Damn it, Jim.
Yeah, he's sweet though.
So good.
Giving it all she's got, Captain.
Right.
Yeah, but like those designs, those helmet designs are so close to the patrol trooper from Solo.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, man.
I
This
can
was
print my
great.
helmet.
This was a ballsy statement, and these guys just were.
Yeah, they're
Oh
like,
yeah, I'm the governor now.
screw off.
Yeah, get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
Like, we don't like your kind. Go away, Empire.
Yep.
Because these guys are like separatists, weren't they? At one point in time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they mentioned Dooku. They talked about Dooku.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to
Dooku's been
recruit
mentioned a
them.
lot this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's
There
a
you
hell
go.
of a
New
helmet.
helmets. Yeah, new helmets.
Yeah. You made one of those yet, Joel?
Which helmet?
The governor.
No. I've made the stormtroopers.
That one.
Oh, amazing.
Make that one, Joel.
It's the Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a good analogy. So when I saw this shot right here, I don't know if you guys ever watched G.I. Joe from the 80s.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna remind me of their headquarters.
Yeah.
Oh, good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive, so I didn't see
With
it.
the big laser cannon in the middle.
Yeah, that's what it's missing is the laser cannon. So here we see this guy right here.
I did feel bad.
Crosshair.
Every time he sat down to eat, they're like, "Please come to the office." And I'm like, "Let the dude eat, man."
I know,
Yeah.
right? He never
What
eats. That's why he's so skinny. If you look
I
at the
got
legs.
Jeff's lighting back here.
Yeah, there you go.
So Brian was talking about the droid. So if anybody, Orlando out here, yeah.
Yeah, next time I'll go, I'll see if they have any.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah, me too.
Roger,
Okay.
Roger.
Yeah, because the last time they only had like 3 or 4.
You were our only hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have them grab one from the back. They had like 2 left out front.
Yeah, I'll check. I think I'm going this Sunday.
To do your My Buddy commercial?
Yeah, so this Sunday
I
would
need to
be
take
Luke's
my buddy.
Monday. Yeah, right?
That's right. I'm in the future.
In the future.
Future. Look,
How's
even,
it
like,
look
the
today?
clones
You're
discriminate.
safe. That's all I want to know.
But like, you know how they're supposed to be brothers
Are
and
there flying
everybody
cars
like
in the
watches each
future?
other.
Mm-hmm.
They like discriminating this dude. They're like, we don't want to sit next to this guy.
Well, I was wondering because, like, in this scene, he's not in any armor, right? He's still
Right.
healing and stuff like that. So is that the reason why they're discriminating against him, or because he looks different, you know?
I think it's
Well,
a bad catcher.
He's on
Yeah.
like medical hold. That's what they call it in the military.
I think episode 1 of the Bad Batch season 1 showed that conflict as well, like the shunning of the whole group in the. I think there was a food fight and a fist fight as well in that first episode.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
They pissed off a bunch of the rank and file.
Is that
This
the
is a cool
Galaxy
little
Edge Hotel?
device
No.
here.
No, it's not.
No, it
Has
looks
anyone
more
been
exciting.
to that in this chat?
No. A Star Cruiser? No.
Yeah.
Ralph was here
Ralph
earlier.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you saw there.
Yeah, he kept looking for nudes somewhere. That's all I saw.
So he's medically cleared. And then he's like, they're going to sign in him to Cody.
Man, I went off when Cody showed up. I like jumped out of my chair. I was like, "Oh man,
yeah.
he's back."
I wasn't expecting that. I had to like pay attention. I was like, what? What's going on?
Well, I had thought he died or something, you know, and went off because we didn't see him. We saw him briefly in, was it Bad Batch first
Bad
season?
Batch, he showed up.
Yeah, and then he was gone, you know. And we knew Rex was good. Rex had the chip gone, but I thought Cody was either dead or
Yeah,
So
I
it
watched
was definitely cool to see.
Well, we know we see Rex all the way through Rebels, right? And that's it. That's the last time we see him.
And Return of the Jedi.
Well, supposedly.
They made in that the cartoon for kids.
Mm-hmm.
This memorial wall was pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's crazy they memorized the clones, even though they're like disposable.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. You know, I wonder if it's more of a symbolic thing to try to keep them obedient. You know, like kind of show them they respect and value their life when they really don't.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, and the question is, when was it done? Was it done where it is now at the Empire, or was this done before when it was still more?
But there was even kind of statues that they had erected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got Crosshair and Cody.
And Hot Toys must be loving the monochrome armor just to, re-release the figure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, same paint scheme, just different color.
Different color.
Yeah.
There's an extra
Just like
stripe on it.
chi-chi.
I'm gonna have to do a what if.
Kenobi brought up a good thing. He thinks it's in the memorial for the Battle of Geonosis. So that would have been way before where they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But much more somber tone. Definitely didn't feel kiddie-ish at any point.
Right. So we still got some of these
Scale
clone troopers left over.
Yeah.
Cody's such a badass. Just Cody's so cool.
Oh yeah.
His helmet's awesome. Those
Who
helmets are
wins?
awesome.
Yeah,
Who
those
wins,
helmets are
K2SO?
cool.
Cody versus Rex. Who wins?
Rex.
Yeah.
Shuttle pilot. Have we seen this armor before?
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't remember.
Oddball was
That would be
it's
cool,
the Phase
Brian.
2 pilot.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I think the Hot Toys phase or new clone trooper is going to have one of those helmets.
Yeah, I think it's a phase 1 and a phase 2. That
Yeah, they got both Oddball Phase 1 and Phase 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. We got the droids back. Dubak's
Roger.
favorite.
This guy was great.
Lame governor.
Uh-huh.
Like a little lieutenant. Let's
I
see.
probably will never make that one. It's like a pan on top of the head.
Scarves wrapped around.
Yeah. And this droid right here, was this the same droid we saw in Kenobi? Like the same type?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Kenobi?
No, these are command
No.
command droids or whatever.
That power loader one. No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I thought of this more like L40, whatever her name was in Solo.
These droids are
LZ4.
strategic droids.
That droid looks like the guy. There's that droid from where they did the movie commentary. At the front. The guy.
Oh yeah. Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
I thought this was dope. They just fired on him without any hesitation. Just
And they shot the clones down.
it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I got it.
Jeez,
Got
you don't
two.
give me no time.
Gotta be quick on it. This is actually a good shot. This looks like something, was it
Luke
Outpost?
would shoot. Yeah.
Dude, the whole episode was just gorgeous. Just the shots of everything were just amazing.
Yeah,
It's
so
beautiful to
some
look
of these
at.
guys survived. This whole scene was cool. With Crosshair taking the bullets so these guys can flank the tanks. And
I like I shoot down the barrel.
Yeah, I love this. I love the sound.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what it sounds like with the ABS pipe or whatever.
Like that
I
meme.
like too though that he takes his time. He's deliberate. He's not just blast right. He's resetting his sights a little bit.
and there's cannon fire all over him.
Have you guys seen that meme where the girl's like, "This is what men want to hear," and it's like high heels?
Yeah.
And it's like wrong. It's the depth charge that goes off from the seismic charge.
Yeah.
That's funny. So they were getting ambushed from the top, and then Crosshair just started taking one by one.
Yeah, Crosshair's actually a stud.
It's a badass, dude. He proved it in this episode. Cody saying, "Thanks for watching my ass. You saved my life."
Yeah.
So with this, it's the same thing. It's to sell toys and everything else. That's why they usually change
he's Imperial now. He's got a
he's Imperials don't do bright colors.
Yeah. Like when he was like Cody, he's like, who? Cody is like 1, 2, 3, 3, whatever. You know what I mean? The guy didn't even know what the hell he was talking about.
Yeah, they color coded the battalions. Oh, they call them poppers. Did they call them poppers before? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Droid poppers.
Were awesome.
Yeah.
Droidicas were awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how they still haven't made a 6 scale of those guys yet.
Yeah, right.
That's because they'd have to be able to roll up in the ball, and I don't think they figured it out yet.
I made one. The cat hit it and broke it, so I gave it away to a dude.
I say if Joel can engineer it, Sideshow can engineer that.
Right.
I mean, they were able to do it with Grievous without trying.
Mm-hmm.
True. Without trying. You stand him up and he just rolls
He kind
over.
of just falls into a ball. Yeah.
You just need to use Grievous.
Yeah, just use Grievous.
He doesn't roll though; he just collapses.
He just collapses.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, turned on all the droids. Oh, this part right here in the
Yeah, these guys are
Farewell.
awesome.
In the hallway? No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hate those things. I hate
Farewell.
those.
Commander
Dude, and I
droids?
mean, dude, Crosshair almost got murked. He was pretty close to going down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was
Oh, he
throwing these
panicked. He totally
little
panicked
parts.
when that thing got him.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Maybe Scott is like he's always had backup, right? He's had his brothers around him. He's had that support system, and it's like, doesn't have anybody watching his back.
Right.
He's on a new team and doesn't know who to trust.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this episode right here, Cody probably imprinted on him.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
this
that
whole
was
thing
Bloke
with the
like-
little mirror pucks. That was just
That's
like,
awesome.
wow, dude. Yeah.
I like he pulled out the knife. I was trying to find it. There it is right there. Cody pulls out his like little knife and just throws it at the head.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know where they put them knives.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
You're probably right.
Clones were designed to be able to carry things in their butts. Sorry, just saying.
Yeah, that was a line from Pulp
I think it's in the gauntlet, right? Like Hunter has it in his
I thought
gauntlet.
it was on, in the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott, that's more appropriate.
Yeah, I know.
It's in the gauntlet.
I just bring it back down to
more,
PG.
It's more fun the way I said it, but yeah.
Scott always goes into the shower scene.
In the
Classic
gauntlet,
dad.
Jesus.
Classic dad.
Pepsi Blockbuster promo. I don't
It's like
remember that one.
whenever somebody's looking for something, they're like, "Have you seen my keys?" And the comment used to be, "If it was in your butt, you'd know it." So that's how this kind of came across. So anything like that just works. Yeah.
Logan's talking. I think Logan's talking about that card. They had a cardboard display that was out on the Pepsi stuff
I've
for a while.
seen this on eBay for a bit. They're a few hundred, but they're
Yeah,
out there.
speaking of fast food tie-ins, I found
So
all
is
my
this?
my cup toppers from like KFC.
Oh wow.
From,
Oh,
episode
dude,
one.
yeah.
Well, they split them up between KFC and
Burger
Taco
King?
Bell
Or Taco
and
Bell.
Pizza Hut.
That's right. I think I
I'm
got
hungry.
them all.
I just remember the Sebulba. There's Sebulba on the top of one of those.
R2D2 is the best one.
Yeah, R2, Jar Jar, of course, and Trade Federation.
Captain Turples.
Well, they had the
Lost Mass.
I saw a marketplace, but someone got to it. It was the droid tank loader, but it was the Pepsi cans with the droids on top of it. The B1.
Oh yeah.
That thing is sweet.
I think I have all those cup toppers with brand new straws, and I gave Scott one.
Darth
Yes,
Maul. Darth
yes,
Maul was
go-
another one.
Go back. Where's the chick get killed? Because that's like the
Oh, I already
horrible
passed it.
scene.
You
Yeah.
guys are talking about cup holders or
Pepsi.
whatever.
Yeah.
Damn it.
They're like collectibles, limited edition.
Right here. He's trying to-
Yeah, so this whole thing, I mean, with Cody trying to, I understand, I promised it would be peaceful, and then Crosshair is just like, plink.
You know what, though, why this was effective storytelling is because I don't think any of us didn't see this coming, but you were still shocked when it happened.
Right. Yeah.
You still felt for her, like it was just, and him. It was just,
Oh, yeah, like what the hell just happened?
Right? There was no
the governor
reason.
is a little puss.
Oh, yeah, well, him ordering it. Execute her. Execute her. It's like, shut up, you little bitch. Sorry.
Yep. This is a cool scene. They're still using their old cruisers, their old ships.
Well, I think they're in transition. I think
Transition,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. Cool callback.
Oh yeah.
Because they haven't fully gone full Empire yet.
Need some McQuarrie snow troopers.
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh, we'll see what the next episode brings us.
Right? But that was definitely, I really thought they did a good job with it.
they did.
Oh yeah.
They needed this after those first two.
Mm-hmm.
It was, you know why it was a good episode? There was no Omega.
You're not
Well,
a
it
fan,
had-
Evan?
It had some depth. It had some depth to it. That's it.
Well, Jason said next episode is story time with her, so.
We'll see. We'll see.
Be here at the library.
How she's a Palpatine.
I thought Omega was pretty badass in episode 2 with her bow and arrow. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she was taking those crabs down.
You guys see that stuff that's been floating in Facebook of, I forget what actress, if she was a grown-up.
Oh, Florence Pugh?
Yes.
I saw that.
Yeah. I'm like, that
cool.
works. I'm in. I'm good with that.
She's a great
That's
actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this temple shot right here, or this memorial shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see where the knife is.
What?
I see where they put the knife.
Okay.
You see where it is?
Joel's like, oh, okay.
Santino, I don't see that. You're thinking Omega would be the next Ahsoka?
They're gonna build her
I
up.
don't think so.
Hopefully not.
Well, it took Ahsoka like a long time, and they're
A
building
long
her up
time.
for something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are the odds that Crosshair takes out a few of the Bad Batch?
I say Crosshair takes out Cody.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
Cody's not in the Clone Wars or the Rebels.
Yeah, well, he's missing. So the question is, does Crosshair feel the same way as something's off, or does Crosshair see it as you're a defector, you're a traitor at this point, and just not even think twice and take him
down?
Well, right now he's been like Luke said, he's been super whatever, super imperialized.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh yeah.
Well, it said that they wanted to bring him back as a villain in Rebels, and it didn't happen. It got scrapped.
Well, question. I mean, where are we with like Thrawn and all that? We're still years out from that.
I don't know. At the end of the Rebels, they were looking for Thrawn and Ezra.
He should be already.
No, this
in
is
the Empire.
Thrawn's in. He's in this era for sure.
Yeah.
Could be a young officer. Probably.
So in the Thrawn books, he met Anakin, Skywalker in the Clone Wars. During the Clone Wars, there's a chapter where they interact and meet while he's still part of the Chiss Empire. So, yeah, he would definitely be around here. He might be an admiral in the Empire at this point.
Got it.
Yeah, he should be senior ranking already because he moved up quick.
Because they need another baddie. I mean, yeah, the conflict with Crosshair and everything, but they still need a baddie in this that they're going against. I mean, the doing the chores or the missions for Sid, let's get rid of that. Let's move on. You know what I mean? To a point, it's okay, and to the other point, it brings it back. This episode, like I said, was more adult. It was more serious. There was a lot more going on, more drama. But like the Sid adventures and meeting with Sid's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think?
They're going to end because they talked about in the first episode that she's probably going to get shut down soon, right? So
right,
got limited time to work for her and have a big payday.
I hope so.
No, I love this episode. You know, it's up there. It's got to be like a 9.5 to a 10 for me.
Yeah, for Bad Batch, it's a 10.
Yeah, for Bad Batch, it was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think I've ever watched a Bad Batch episode more than once. And this one, I watched it 3 times.
I've only watched it once, but I want to go back. Yeah. If I can ever get out of the garage.
So we've gone over our time, but I wanted to show you guys something. So I don't know if you guys follow RS Prop Masters.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm waiting. waiting.
So they had their end of year recap the other day.
They're switching to Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek.
And then they teased what they're working on with DMD. Did you guys see this?
No. I meant to watch it.
It's a Vader that they're working on.
So good.
So they just teased it.
Dan was talking about that. They got a project coming up.
Yeah, so hopefully Dan can talk about it when he's on the episode.
Yep. It's out next month.
When's Dan coming on next month? Did you say
February? Yeah.
February 21st, I think.
Yeah, so they just teased it, But man, that's gonna be badass, dude. Another Vader.
Is it, or is that the first one? That's the tease, though, right?
That's
Because
the tease.
they did do a Vader that Simon got and unpacked and went through that whole thing. So, yeah. See, like Santino, that Vader's already out.
It's gotta be something different then. Maybe it's bigger in scale. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Go ahead.
they did a 1/3, I think, for that as well. So they did a quarter and a 1/3 for the Vader.
I didn't think they could put out another good Vader, but Jeff proved that wrong.
Jeff who?
It's just cool.
That's
Different.
badass Vader, man.
It's just a flaming saber talking. That's all.
Yeah,
that thing was badass.
Where's he put that saber?
To me, all the Vaders.
I like it's just because it's
what?
different.
That's good thinking. That makes sense. What about a bust? That makes sense between the two.
Yeah, bust would be cool.
Yeah.
With a cracked helmet.
Ow.
Yeah.
No, they've already done
You
a
don't want a
cracked
cracked helmet?
No, I don't want a cracked helmet.
You don't want to crack in your helmet?
No. And if they do a crack helmet, this is the one thing I don't like about and I think they look good. I forget who's doing the one with the split.
MFA.
But it goes from here to here. You know what I mean? And it's like, if it was just, it stopped there, to me it'd be like, the saber hit like that instead of, this is like the saber hit and then bent around the helmet, cut through and came back out. That's the only thing that bugs me about it. But no, I don't want to correct it.
I'd have to rewatch the episode to see how he was leaning when Obi jumped and slashed him.
I guarantee it was like one of those flicky wrist things. It just went around, like the saber bent around the helmet and came back out.
Flicky
Yeah.
wrist. Like the thing you used to catch the lizards with. You go,
Yeah, you go. Yeah.
Oh my
Unfortunately,
god!
Joel, they didn't really spring for lights during that episode, so it's kind of hard to make out.
I know.
But that would be
Classic
cool, a
movie.
Vader bust or something. Yeah,
That would be cool.
Yeah.
that would be, and that would make sense because they do busts of everything else. But yeah, Vader. That would be
Jeff, who did you order the Mythos Vader from?
Right from Sideshow.
Okay.
Yep.
Because they're still showing as pre-order.
Yeah, they will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This gonna be on pre-order forever.
Their newer ones always show.
But you got to think about it. You go to pre-order it, and then you get a notification it's shipping tomorrow, and you'll be like, "Oh shit!"
I'm debating
It's
on getting
didn't they
that
make
back
like
to DeLorean.
8,000? Did they make 8,000 of them or something?
Oh yeah, it's something
4,500.
I'm embarrassed to tell you guys.
4,500.
You have no idea how many times I've reached out to them to be like, I live 20 minutes away. Can I just pick it up?
I know, right?
There's
I
two
know.
of them. So there's the regular one and then the deluxe. I thought so, or the exclusive.
There is, but mine is 2258.
Wow.
So, out of
How many did they make?
4,500.
10,000?
There's out of 45.
4,500 is the exclusive.
Yep.
And I think 6,500 is the regular edition.
Yeah, it's a lot, dude.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be around a while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it was on sale the other
2258.
day for like $4.98.
Wow.
A 1-day sale, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, didn't Sideshow put out something like 15% or 13% off of in-stock items?
Yeah, they're doing that a lot now. It's like
yeah.
almost daily. There's a
I
deal.
think they got to
if
be
you're-
coming to the end of their fiscal year.
Yeah.
Well,
try
they're
and
or
close
not
it out.
selling enough like they used to were.
They
Well,
had
because they're
buy
doing
one,
stupid
get one,
things, like
50% off.
like doing
Yeah.
a wait list for pre-orders. Come on, that's a
Well, dude, that's like the Kylo Ren premium format from Rise of Skywalker. That thing has been almost gone for like 6 months.
yeah. It's just stop playing the games. I don't know. I don't appreciate it. With businesses playing. Yes, you need to do marketing things. You need to hype things up and do certain things to try and get people to take the bait. I get it, but waitlisting something that's still on pre-order is like, come on, you're just playing the game. You
Well,
want to
certainly
see
with their products. I believe it more on
Yeah.
the Hot Toys. I still have a hard time believing on Hot Toys, but
Mhm.
more so Hot Toys than the Sideshow OEM products.
I think this will probably be my last piece with Sideshow for a while because I got a bunch of MIC stuff coming. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, this will be my last one unless I get the FET. I've been back and forth on the FET Premium, so since I like the stance and I don't know, I like it. So
yeah, I think you need to look at your shirt again.
With the carbonite.
No, not with the carbonite. The other one from Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, that one.
I like it with the gaffy stick and the. I don't like the series, but I like the.
Nicholas got that one, I think. Came in.
Yeah.
I canceled.
Have you folks seen the Patterson cut of the Book of Boba Fett? So there's someone that's edited it down into a 2-part movie, and it's actually superb. If you search Patterson cut Book of Boba Fett, and then also someone can DM me. I won't put it public because I might get him in trouble, but if people want it, they can DM me. I can give it to them. And he also did a Obi-Wan movie as well, where he edited that down, and that's also absolutely superb.
Wow.
Makes the Book of Boba Fett and the Obi series 10 times better.
Wow.
Yeah.
K. Patterson?
Yeah, K. Patterson. Yeah. So it's all you have to do is sign up to his site, like create an account. It's all free. He encourages you to watch it if you have a Disney Plus subscription, to give back to the creators, fan made. But yeah, it's really, really superb watching.
Nice.
Wow. I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
It's on Disney Plus, you said?
No.
No, he asks that you only download it if you have a Disney Plus subscription.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Meaning you've seen the original and you can compare.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Luke, I posted the links to the mods. They don't listen to my links, so. I was like 2 weeks ago. I posted that in the group.
Oh no!
Hey Jeff, thanks for posting that link, dude.
Oh, we're on Hyperdrive.
Yeah.
Oh, on our like little mod group. So.
Oh, right.
It is cool. I like the way that he finally set it up.
Yeah.
So that you can go onto his website, you can initiate it there. So because it did get shut down for a while. So.
I think it's shut down because I can't get into it.
Oh really?
It says looks like this domain isn't connected to the website
because we just mentioned it.
Of course, right?
Yeah, I wonder if he's down right now.
Oh, maybe.
You crashed the site.
I can.
Traffic.
Yeah, all the traffic we sent.
Yeah. But
All 24
I think it's time to call it, guys.
Yeah, I think we're good.
So,
Thanks so much, everyone.
We can't thank you enough, Luke. We can't thank you enough.
Man.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Absolutely awesome.
Where can people find you, Luke?
I'm at ThatStarWarsBloke on pretty much all socials. And, if you're not part of the Hyperdrive Facebook page, come over, join us. We cross-share a lot of the Spice Runners Lounge content. We're good friends with all you folks. And we got some really cool exclusives coming up for 2023. So we've got one launching next Saturday. And we're going to be on George's Hyperdrive channel, launching something pretty cool. And then every month for the rest of the year. Nice. But yeah, I'm at ThatStarWarsBloke, and come say hello and thanks again for having me.
Absolutely, thanks so much, man.
For sharing your time with us, man.
Absolutely.
You're always welcome to
And
come
everybody
back.
that's still hanging out with us tonight. I know it was a little bit longer of a show, but we appreciate each and every single one of you. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Keep an eye on those listings for YouTube because when we hit 800.
That's right. Giveaway.
Giveaways. Crazy giveaways. Crazy autos giveaways.
Exactly.
We had somebody on the room tour asking, "Where did you get those head sculpts?"
Yeah.
Man, people
Joel
right
Hotzing.
behind. Joel Hotzing, man. Got him
So
right behind.
so Luke, don't like hang up. We're gonna end the
just
show.
hang out.
We'll hang out in the green room. And everyone else,
Sounds
thanks
good.
for your time. Thanks for your Friday night. And hopefully the word clone is not going to give you a headache tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note,
Right.
good night, and may the force be with you.
Good night, guys.
Take care, guys.
Night.